Troy, what's up, brother?
Hey, Jerry. Happy Friday, bro.
Right, man. It is Happy Friday. Good to see you, man. Ready for a good weekend, all that shit. Kicking it off with you. Always good, man.
I forgot to make coffee or tea for the show. But I think we're going to have a good time. I was thinking when we ended the show last week, when we ran out of time, let's say we ran out of time and ran out of tolerance, a little bit of both.
Yeah. Got
we were double fisting the Mighty and the Crafty Plus at the same time, and that was a good time. And I think to roll into our show tonight, we'll start with our introductory sponsored dab from Stash Products from the Rio.
Right.
But then to kind of get to the continuation point from last week, we should also double fist the Mighty Crafty Plus for a sesh before we continue with the Mighty comparisons, because we wanted to compare the Mighty to a bunch of vapes last week, and we didn't quite get them all done. But I want to finish them off this week.
I ain't complaining about that. That sounds like a good time. And I think I charged up my Crafty, so we'll see. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll be ready for that. I'll be ready for that, man. But first, man, we got to kick off dabs, right? Kick off dabs.
Yes. Kick off the dabs.
How's it going in the chat, man? What's up out there, gang? Guys are loaded up. Zodicus, Monk, Liam, Estelle, Chill Mike, Trevor. What's up, gang? It's good to see you guys always on a Friday night.
Yeah. Zodicus, Liam, coffee.
Look at them in there. Look at them in there. Yeah, I got a nice clean banger. Nice clean banger. At least the part that matters. This part up here, Troy, I'm having fun with. This part. This little ticket right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because oil fucking collects up in there, man. Like big puddles of it. So I just take a torch and fucking use that as a banger and go to town, and it's delightful.
That's scary. Yeah.
Dude, I get really fucked up. It's like potent hits. They don't taste bad. They're not like horrible. Like they're not like the ones you'd expect. They're actually decent. But man, I got whacked, man. So yeah, I just took a torch to that sucker and went to town.
That's fun. That's fun. Just be careful with that, because that's glass, and glass is welded to quartz, and those two materials have different thermal properties.
Oh, these are different. This and that.
Yeah.
Oh, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. And there's a lot of welds. There's a lot of welds in that old banger. That's why they changed that banger out, because that old banger, while it looks cool, that shape is actually a product of making the banger actually align over the torch.
Mm-hmm.
So like to have all those different welds, it was more consistent and accurate, better than bending, better than taking a bend. But now they figured out how to do the bent ones and make them consistent and always the same. So
is that what you've got? You've got the bent arm
the
Stash banger. So I need one of those.
The new bangers. You know,
that
with
comes
Stash
with the
logo.
V3. That's what everybody gets on their V3s now.
Yeah, with the makeover editions.
Dude,
so it's
that's
bent.
gorgeous.
So there's one weld here, and then there's a weld down here. So just
cool.
2 welds.
Oh, you won't even get this big puddle of shit that I got then. Yeah, you don't even have a place for that.
Yeah. Well, there is like a little reclaim catcher in the new banger, like down here. There's like that little ring.
Do you pull globs out of there?
Not really. It just gives it a place to pool before it actually goes into your bong, which is a nice little touch.
Yeah, that's kind of what this is. I get you. Because if I let this go too long, it starts dripping and getting all over in here. I think I've got some in there. So.
Yep.
But yo, man, that's enough yakking. Yeah. Enough yakking. Let's get the dabbing going. Who's joining us in the chat, man? You guys ready? Jacob B, you're in there, man. You ready? It's the ice cream. Break out your dabs. Come on, Nate Bun. Trevor.
I've never been to Amsterdam. Somebody's asking in the chat if you've ever been to Amsterdam. Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
I have, but I was 10, so it wasn't like I,
You didn't go on a weed tour? You were
definitely did not go on a weed tour. I was 10 years old and hang on. And could not get the red zone out of my head, bro. The red district. We actually walked down that, all of us as a family. I don't know if we knew it was coming or just didn't give a shit, but that left a mark on me. At 10 years old, man. People dancing in the windows in the fucking, what was this, late 70s. So that was fun though, man. I got to get back.
Yeah, we should go back there.
We should. We'll go over there and take a tour. stream, do all kinds of fun shit.
Yeah, I mean, Amsterdam has such a historical relevancy in the world cannabis culture and cannabis history.
Mm-hmm.
They've had cannabis for a long time in the coffee shops.
Dude, they were like the only beacon for decades. You know what I
Right?
mean? It was like, oh, you're getting high? Yeah, I guess you're going to Amsterdam. You know, that was like kind of the joke. So, hell yeah, man. You know that.
It's funny
Were you
how.
loaded?
Yeah, I got my dabs loaded. I have some friends from Amsterdam. They talk about how the most expensive weed there comes from California. Like they import the good California weed.
Yeah. I wonder if they, but is it better than theirs or as good as theirs, or would they even say so? Or I don't know.
Well, that's a different topic.
That's right.
We probably shouldn't go into that one. I think the world standard for best quality cannabis is British Columbia and California. Like those two are often the two argued best sources of quality genetics.
Or were they again British Columbia and California?
Yeah. BC Bud in California have the reputations for the best cannabis, I think.
Wow, that tastes so good.
Wow.
I love these clean bangers, man.
I clean my banger and my bong before every show. It's like my new Friday thing. Like when I prep for the show, I clean my Rio, clean the Rio banger.
I love that.
And I've been cleaning my bongs every morning.
Have you? Like with ISO or just rinsing or what?
Yeah, full ISO wash. Sometimes 3 times a day lately.
I love it. I wish that were me, man. I got to get on that. Fuck yeah.
Oh, that was good.
That's divine, bro. I like that
So,
action.
Before we get into the Mighty talk, do you remember what we went over last week? Last week we covered the Mighty versus the Rogue and Mighty versus the Crafty Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Was there one more in there?
Yeah. We did the Rogue, the Crafty Plus. We did it against some desktops, just a general, how about against desktops?
Okay.
And then that was it. Yeah, we had just we did the Rogue. We were having fun with the Crafty. And then that was the end of the show, bro. Let me see. I got my Crafty Plus here. I love a fully charged Stores and Bickle vape. I hope this one is. My Mighties are fully charged, so I'm good with that. I'm not worried about that one, Troy. We can handle that. Dude, love that hat. I got to give me one of those. That's dope.
My Mighty is actually not fully charged. I forgot to charge it.
But
it's okay because it has pass-through charging.
Mm-hmm.
I can survive the whole show.
Is it dead or has it got some on it?
No, it's got 3 ticks, so it's good.
Oh yeah, well, pass-through, you're good on that.
Yep.
This tea's great. I like this. It's a brand new tea I got.
Can't even see the Q-tips because there's a box of the bowlers in the way. Wrong pedal. My pedals got switched.
Just by weirdness?
No, I did a Twitch stream yesterday, Jerry. So I switched my pedals around to do some different Twitch functions. We did a Twitch stream with a bunch of other people. We played Wreckfest, and rather than just racing, we did like cops and robbers type of a little like role playing, a little bizarre fun. Like
that sounds like a blast.
It was pretty fun.
Nice.
Pretty fun.
I think that's one of the games. Sure. I think that's one of the games that I got, isn't it? That's the driving.
I think so. Yeah.
Or destruction derby game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. All right. Cool. I've only played that once. Hadn't quite figured out the controls. Yeah.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, dude. That looked good. It was a while back.
We play that in the 420 Vape Zone Discord. If anyone's interested in session along or playing games with us, hit up 420vapezone.com/Discord. Also, while we're passing out URLs, if you ever need to buy a Mighty, from last week's show or this week's show, the URL is right here. It's troyandjerry.com/go/mighty, and you'll be sent to a place to go buy a mighty.
There you
and
go.
It'll work. It'll work out for you.
Get you mighty.
Yeah. And I think code SNB15 will save you 15% on that destination. So
that's a lot on those expensive vapes.
It is. Don't pay your retail.
All right, so we're loading up Mighty and Crafty.
Yeah, I'm gonna load my Mighty and my Crafty. Get this shindig. So some asshole left a dirty bowl in my Mighty. Couldn't empty it out after vaping. Really?
I've got gremlins like that here too, man.
Oh shit! I just popped my screen out, man. The portable bowler needle is a little aggressive, and it actually
no shit
took my screen out. I guess it's time to clean the screen in the Mighty while we're.
I still have the fine screen in my new Mighty, but I need to put one in my older Mighty. That's the other half of this two fister. So far this fine screen's been easier to clean too. Maybe it's just because it's a new screen, but I don't know. It's just nice. So I like this.
Yeah, it just brushes off, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like things don't get wedged in there and they don't work their way through. You just got to brush it off. And I've noticed it also cleans better when it's fresh. Like right when you're done with the bowl, clean that screen.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's still warm and all that shit. Well, the oils are still a little warm, so
maybe that's something we didn't talk about last week. Is like the best practices with the Mighty.
Well, did you go over your cleaning? Let me check because you've got a cool ass cleaning tip. We went over accessories. Do we still use it? Why it's still number one? No, we can go over some cleaning, man. Because I definitely. Is your Mighty dirty inside? Like, I'd love to see how you clean it.
My Mighty is so dirty that I got hateful comments from last week. Even after our stream was over, people were like, Mighty is so gross. I bet it tastes like butt. I tell you what, my Mighty tastes amazing, Jerry. It tastes amazing. I
love it.
Also, I've seen some really bad Mighties, and mine isn't as bad. Trust me. Like, I know it looks dark just because it doesn't light up and it's not shiny, but man, I clean the inside of my cooling unit out every 5 to 10 bowls. You know, like I wipe that honey out and the vapor tastes fresh. Like I switch back and forth between gelato and blueberry kush and Pinot Noir and double grape, and I can tell the difference between all fucking 4 of those strains with my Mighty. There is no muting, or if there is, it's like minimal. You know, it's not as drastic as people like to hate on. Like when people like to hate on the Mighty, they're like, oh, it's plastic and it tastes muted and like so much of that is just like confirmation bias of people not wanting to spend $300 on a plastic vape that's been out for 5 years. They have like an irrational hatred for it, and whatever they need to believe to not buy it, they can fucking believe it. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I bet you like the Mighty, man. Like that feels like a vape you dig. I totally dig that, man.
I still feel strong. Like when I really think about like if 420 Vape Zone is dead, I don't need to offer vape advice anymore. I'm only going to keep one vaporizer for me, and all these other ones are just going to go away, and I'm just going to go on with my life to vape weed, and I don't have to worry about vapes breaking down. The Mighty is still a strong motherfucking contender, even sitting next to the flower pot and the all those other vapes. You know why? Because this thing can go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can take this anywhere. I can vape weed while watching TV, while riding my bike, while playing baseball. I don't play baseball. Like we talked with Elias Theodoro. He takes his Mighty to training. He takes his Mighty to his fights. It's his little portable weed device, and that's what I think makes it number one still for me. It's just such a easy de facto weed flask. You put your bowl in there, you cap it off, you push the button, and you inhale it, and it gets you medicated. Tastes good, easy to maintain.
The weed flask, man. Well said. I'll tell you, in my opinion, my talking around, the industry agrees with you, man. 2 things. One is when I first started in the industry and started to meet some people, I may have mentioned this last week. I started to ask around, and and just ask people who've been in the industry and have access to all these vapes what they use, and the vast majority was Volcanoes and Mighties, a couple of Crafties, no Plenties, unfortunately, but it was all. I mean, they just all love the Mighty. And then you've met Patrick, who owns Planet of the Vapes. He moved to Costa Rica and wrote a whole article on why the only vape he took was his Mighty. And really, that is like he literally like left America with all the vapes as somebody who owns an online store and went and took one vape, and it was the Mighty. And I was like, that's just a monster endorsement, man. It's a monster endorsement. And although that was 5-6 years ago, today he'd probably say the same thing. There's only one or two others that might even come into the play to even think about, but it'd still probably be the Mighty.
Yeah, and we've met with all of the other reviewers. Vaporizer Wizard, same thing. Like when he's at home, he prefers the vape on the Volcano. When he's out and about, he carries the Mighty.
Yeah.
You know why you see pictures of the Da Vinci IQ and the Pax and all these other vapes when he goes snowboarding and skiing? Because that's his job.
And they're smaller. Like, I don't know if the Mighty would work on the slopes, but maybe it would. I don't know.
No, it's the same reason I carry the IQ and the Pax. It's so I can take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I carry the Mighty to get high. I carry the Da Vinci IQ and the Pax and all those other vapes so I can take a social media picture or whatever. Oh, that's the same reason. That's the same reason all those vapes are out on the slopes. The Grasshopper, yeah. The Mighty is the vape still.
Pretty much. I'd probably take a Crafty on the slopes, just because you can.
I don't know, man. Like the Craft. We talked about the Crafty Plus comparison, didn't we? Did we do this last week? Did we talk about Crafty Plus last week? We talked about
it, and we started to hit them, but I don't think we really did it.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm going into this one having already done it before. And I came away last time thinking they're almost identical. The Mighty's only slightly cooler because of the big cooling unit, but I don't think I'd notice the difference unless they were side by side. That's why I came away from it. We'll see how it goes this time.
Side by side, here are the things that I notice. In the first hit off fresh charges, the Crafty actually hits harder than the Mighty. I don't know if it's because of the heater differences, because of the Crafty Plus heater changes, or if it's because of the smaller cooling unit. I assume it's because of the heater, because I never, ever felt that my Crafty original hit harder than my Mighty.
How new's your Mighty?
What?
How new's your Mighty?
It's old.
Because it might be the fact that it's an older battery. You know what I mean? Because you put some miles on that fucker.
Totally. But I don't know if that's the case. Like I don't fully know. In my old Crafty, I could notice my old Crafty tapering off even when it was newer compared to my Mighty. If I put both of my Crafty and my Mighty on a bong and took Troy hits, like I'm going to fill my Troy lungs, I would see the Mighty filling the bong, keeping the bong milkier, giving me a bigger cloud, whereas the Crafty would taper off towards the end where it didn't have the battery or the power or the oomph to keep that heater going at the end of the hit. With the Crafty Plus, I don't notice that. In fact, I get it the opposite, where the Crafty Plus actually has more oomph, even directly from the mouthpiece. So that's kind of why I tend to say, like, yeah, the Crafty Plus actually hits harder. And I don't think it's just my Mighty being old, but you're absolutely right. My Mighty is 3 years old at this point. Are you hung? You're not hung. That's poor phrasing. Of course, Jerry's hung. Are you frozen? You look frozen. Or am I frozen? Did my internet die? Oh shit. Can I get a message from someone? Who died? Is it Jerry? Is it me? Jerry appears to be frozen. Oh, and he's gone. I guess I'm just going to keep talking all by myself. Oh, shit. I was trying to click a comment to to make it go up there and stay. Jerry froze. So it's all maybe it's because we were streaming in HD tonight. We upgraded the stream to full HD. Are you guys noticing a difference of the HD? Maybe if I blow some thick clouds, Jerry will come back. Maybe he's gonna have to do like 4 bowls in a row to get caught up. I hope his internet isn't completely dead, because that would suck. That would suck if his internet is fucked and he's unable to make it back. He'll come back. He can go back from his phone or something. Although he is offline on the Skype. Oh shit, that's no bueno. Well, the mighty Crafty Plus, yeah, it's hitting great 2-fist style, and I think I've had the same number of hits. I'm gonna see if I can take the same hit from both and see if I can feel any difference. They're both not at maximum temperature. The mighty is at maximum temperature. Crafty is not. So now the bowls are unequal. This hit is no longer scientific testing, but I'm gonna do it anyway. That was delicious. That was good. The Crafty hits harder. I can feel the intensity right away in my throat going through the Crafty compared to the mighty. Well, rest in peace, Jerry. I don't know what we're gonna do without him. Maybe maybe I should just edit a video of him from last week, and then I'll just try to ad-lib interacting with him the whole time. That could be a fun little challenge. Could be a fun challenge. Well, I'm gonna continue to vape these bowls with the mighty and the Crafty. We do have a good show scheduled if Jerry can make it back, because we're gonna talk about his favorite vape. Maybe that's what we can do. Jerry, we're gonna talk about the bowl now. Maybe Jerry's will get his internet fixed, so he won't miss the bowl talk, because I know that's like his favorite portable. Am I up for the challenge? Yeah, rest in peace, Jerry. At least he was hung. He will be back in 27 seconds. What's in 27 seconds? Did he just tweet that or something? Should I FaceTime him? Triangle mints in your mighty. Hell yeah. I don't know if I want to call him. Oh, my mighty just turned off. Anyone have his phone number? Oh, shit. Jerry, come on. I honestly don't have his phone number. I mean, I do, but it's in my old iPhone, and I'd have to like charge it just to turn it on, just to get the phone number. Is Florida okay? Maybe Florida fell off. Like maybe Florida like sunk, and everyone in Florida is gone now. And then we're like, maybe we're assuming Jerry's like rebooting his modem, but maybe it's like a real fucking catastrophe. Someone needs to check on Florida. Oh, like is Florida okay? Dave's not here. Yeah. Oh shit. This is a long time to be solo ad-libbing. Like I can talk forever in a live stream, like as long as I have the chat going and stuff like that. But this is a lot, because there's like context. Florida's gone for sure. You just saw it on the news. Ah, shit. Shit. Oh wait, Forrest is here. I see Forrest. Forrest is here, so Florida's got to be okay. Hey, I got a Think Tank live stream announcement. Yo, Jerry. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but we're supposed to be live streaming right now. As you can see, I'm still live streaming, and there's still people in the chat. For those of you guys in the chat, this is Marco Polo. I use Marco Polo to talk with Jerry and with all kinds of other friends. It's like a video walkie-talkie type of thing. So now this little video message, he gets a notification I'm talking to him on his phone, but like he doesn't have to watch it immediately, like if it's busy. So he can check it out later and come back and watch my message and even watch it in like super speed. I'm still live streaming. There's still people in the chat. For you guys in the chat. It's a great little app. It's awesome for communication. I highly recommend it. It's called Marco Polo. And Jesus, Jerry, come back. I don't know what to talk about. I don't want to talk about the vapes because then it's like, you know, eating the cake without you. Like we made this awesome cake together and I want you to enjoy it. You know what I mean? He's trapped inside his verdampifier. The Verdankster. Ah, shit. Well, shit. Who's got your mighty? Anybody got a mighty ready? You guys wanna join me and vape on the mighty until Jerry gets back? Anyone wanna join your mighty? And we'll get a party going until oh shit. Jerry just texted me. Power flickered off. Now my internet's not back up. He's working on it. Oh, well, he just Skyped me as well. I guess he's on his way. I guess we don't need to throw a pants party. He's on his way. I hope his power or his internet comes back up. That sucks when that shit happens. Jerry's gone. Let's party. We should all get naked. So when he comes back, like we're all just. Oh wait, that might be Jerry. That might be Jerry responding to me.
Dude, power flickered off, got disconnected, and now my internet's totally out. I had to reboot my phone just to connect. I thought everything was out. So, yeah, man, I've got a computer and I got a phone, and I got no internet to the computer. Fuck me, man. What do you want to do? Glad you found a Marco Polo.
Fuck it, man. Let's do the show like this. I'll just hold my phone in front of the camera the whole time. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Oh, wait, this ain't gonna work. Have you restarted your modem and all that? Like, it's still not coming up. Can you use your phone as a hotspot? Like, your phone has internet. Do you have that capability? So I had the stream, by the way. Oh, wait, this ain't. God, that doesn't work. Inception phone, right? We can all jump on Marco Polo and send Marco Polo messages to Jerry. That'll be fun. Oh, that was weird.
There's the screen. Oh, no. I mean, I have Zoom on my phone, but it's on my phone. That's Zoom. Yeah, I rebooted everything. I rebooted the computer twice now, the modem once. I think internet's down in this area right now. I mean, I have this. But I do have Zoom. Oh, I might be able to. Hang on a second.
Jerry just realized that he can click the StreamYard link from his phone and join from his phone. So we'll see Jerry in a second here. I assume that's what he realized, that he can just click the link and join from his phone. It's amazing. Amazing. Wait a minute. This is browser based. Jerry in 3, 2. Nope, he didn't make it yet. Try it again. Jerry in 5, 4, 3, 2. He probably is looking for the link. So where's the fucking link? There he is.
How's that?
Look at that. You did it. Whoop. And we lost him. Shit. Jerry coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2.5, 2, 1.5. Hey.
How's
right
that?
On time.
Perfect.
That was good.
You know what? I can position this so that I don't. Hang on a second. This will work, man. This will work. We have tech. Hang on. We're gonna go like this, like this. How's that?
Works, man.
Got my nice clean hair that goes everywhere, man. Sound is gonna work.
You disappeared for a second. What happened? That was weird.
Dude, that was nuts, man. That was really weird. And this funky look there, man.
Is your computer still recording everything?
Oh wait, I might have internet back.
Oh shit, that'd be cool. Maybe we can get double Jerry. That way, it'll make up for all the time you were gone, and I had to stand here and talk by myself like a dip turd.
I'm pretty impressed with you, by the way, bro. You really are. You got it going on. I don't know. This is a long time farting around for this to come back. All right, let me see. I'm going to pull up the link to get in here on the computer, and then I think I can get back to it. Okay, yeah, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll be right back.
Why don't you just stay here so we can?
Okay, I'll stay here.
I mean, just your phone, right?
You're right. I can back out of that in a minute, can't I? Let's try this now.
Maybe you can even keep talking. I'm gonna keep vaping some bowls.
No,
you know.
I think I'm in now, man. So are we back?
Oh, yeah. I mean, wait. We can get some Jerry sipping.
Don't like that.
Don't like that one bit. Welcome back, Jerry.
Okay, geez, sorry about that, man. That was the weirdest thing. The power just flickered for a second, and then I'm glad they got the internet back. I started to wonder what was up. So, my apologies,
the next guest
gang.
tonight to the Troy and Troy show, Jerry.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. This is great. I've been wanting to get on this show forever. This will be fun, man. Okay, so look, did you already do a bowl of the Crafty Mighty? Did you already get your thoughts in?
Yeah, but no. I mean, you shit your pants halfway through, and then I just like vaped. So I think we need to like vape the double fist again.
Yes, because
make sure we iron out. Is anybody on the fence between a Crafty Plus and a Mighty? What questions do you have? What are your specifics? What do you want to know?
That's a good point.
These two little pocket rockets.
That's a good point.
Is this the real Jerry? We don't know. Maybe Jerry was abducted. Jerry?
It might have been, man.
I'm thinking of a number, Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of a number.
Mm-hmm. 69, of course.
That's pretty rad.
Tell me I'm wrong.
What's funny, and you're not wrong. The other night I did that with Monk. And Monk, here's the thing. I did it with Monk 3 or 4 times, and I never gave him any parameters. Mm-hmm. Like the first time I was like, Monk, I'm projecting a number. What is it? And I was thinking like 42, and he was like 44.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, whoa, that was pretty close. And then we did it again. And again, I didn't give him any parameters. I didn't say between 1 and 100. I didn't say anything. I just said, I'm thinking of a number.
Right.
Did it again, and I was thinking 667, and he guessed like 710 or some shit, or like 711 or whatever. And it was still really close. And we did it a third time, and again, he was like within 10 digits. And we did it a fourth time, and without a number, I said, I'm thinking of something. What am I thinking of? And I was thinking of a zebra, and he said a monkey. So he was like, he still thought of an animal. So it was pretty fucking wild.
You guys are pretty getting there.
Yeah, we're totally in sync. But I intentionally never thought of 69. Like I didn't want to be obvious the other night. I'm like, I'm not gonna do 69 or 420.
Right.
But tonight I intentionally did 69. And I didn't think you would choose 69.
No shit. Yeah, man. That was like a no-brainer for me. I'm like 69, man. In fact, we probably owe a couple dabs. Did we get a whole bunch of hates when I was gone, or how'd that work out, man?
I was about to get people to volunteer, and we were going to have a mighty party. Like I was going to have everyone who had the mighty join the stream, and we could all just have like mighty bowls together.
Holy smokes, that might have been better than having me on here, man.
It's true.
What a first hit. That was awesome.
There's still time.
Dude, this Crafty had a great first hit. I'm on medium. I'm starting on medium.
I'm going to do mine both full temp immediately. Right out the gate. And I want to compare side by side which one hits harder.
I'll tell you what, you're right. My Crafty Plus gave me a fuller hit on the first hit than my Mighty at the same temperature.
Your Mighty's also old, though.
No, this is my new one. I've got an old.
Oh, you got a new one? Oh, because you're running the twin Mighties now.
In fact, I got this last time when we were dicking around with this about 8 months ago or so, when you made me aware that my old Mighty was skewing my opinions. So you were right. This one has a little more airflow, and it's got newer battery and all that. So, which is kind of why I thought to ask you, because I mean, you've put a whole lot more miles on yours than me.
This is what was going on when you were gone, by the way. Nakedness.
Damn. Yeah, definitely a lot more fun.
We thought it'd be funny if you were to come back and there would just be like a bunch of naked people here.
It would be fun.
Perhaps that's how the Mighty party started. Like, I think at first, like, we were going to do the naked thing, and then I realized, wait, I'm the only one on camera. This is not a good idea. And I'm like, oh, we get everyone else that has a Mighty on and get naked. And it'd be a naked Mighty party.
Are you wearing pants tonight?
Yes. Well, no, I'm wearing shorts technically.
Yeah, but I mean, something more than underwear.
I had to go out a couple times today. I had to take my kid to school to drop off her textbooks. Cheers.
Right on. Big day. Getting out the house.
And then I had to go buy some carnitas and some cilantro.
Oh, this is great, dude. I'm telling you, 2 fisting or doubles is fucking sweet. I wonder if this Crafty is just hitting like a little hotter temperature. Like it might just be, a few degrees hotter calibrated. You know what I mean?
I think it's the change that they made to the heater profile. Because didn't they introduce like those same twisted things?
I don't think so. Not like we talked about last time. I think the last time we talked about this, we were mistaken about that.
Oh, really?
But I don't remember exactly. Yeah. But I wouldn't bank on either one of us on that one. I have to look that up. I need some music.
Both at the same time.
Oh shit! I got to start recording again.
What? Why? Oh, because you restarted your computer.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm back to recording. We got a little gap there, but I'm back.
A little thigh gap there.
Yeah.
So hitting them both at the same time gives you a really hard hit because your draw is cut in half. So you're getting more convection and a thicker conduction hit. So like if you hit the Mighty a little slower than hard, do you get a harder hit or a softer hit? Like if you go versus going Like, which one hits harder?
I don't know, but the Mighty has a top end on airflow anyhow, and I think it's pretty consistent underneath that without thinking about it. I suppose we play with it, we'll know. But if you put two of them in, no, why I like it is because you can hit it a little faster and get the same airflow, you know what I mean? It's a quicker hit.
It's a lot of vapor. I'll cough for you since he muted. That's the only reason I coughed was to make the sound effects for Jerry.
That wasn't your own cough. You were just fucking with me.
Yeah, it was a soundboard.
I like that. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. The back and forth is cool, but none of it's as good as when you do them together. Once you do them together, that's all you want to do.
Yeah. I need to get a second Mighty. Make like a Mighty helmet.
Uh-huh. I think
the gas mask. Could put the gas mask with two Mighties. Man, that would rip.
Yep.
That would rip.
You could do that. Although you could do the beer can thing too. That would work. Those kind of WPAs work real well.
Yeah. Speaking of double Mighties, we Jerry and I met with Elias Theodoro earlier this week, and Jerry was talking about his dual Mighties with Elias. That interview will be up on our website in about an hour, like when this session's over. So go to TroyandJerry.com if you want to watch that full interview. But here's a little highlight from the interview where Jerry is talking about his dual Mighties.
But we were hitting a Mighty and a Crafty at the same time, and I thought of you because 2 days ago I built this and I've been hitting it ever since.
Oh my god!
And this is the way to go, bro. It's the double Mighty.
Oh my god!
It's fucking killer, man. We got to get you on. This is great.
It's double the therapy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Double. If less is more, think of much more is.
This will be fun. I love this.
The Mighty and the Crafty, the two fist moment was special. And it got me far more medicated than I anticipated. That's for sure.
No doubt. Like, it's not that big a bowl. It's not bigger than we're used to. It just puts a hurting on you.
It knocked us both out for sure. Yeah, it did. And it's going to do it again.
It is, man. Dude, yeah, you guys check out that interview when we get it up, man. Elias is a lot of fun. We had a blast with him. And he's making waves in athletics, normalizing cannabis, and he can fight in Canada and in Colorado, and train and use cannabis all the way to the fight and everything because he's got a therapeutic use exemption. So he's doing some killer shit that we're stoked to be able to get you guys up to date on. And he's just a lot of fun to hang out with, man. Dude, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so he's a cannabis sanctioned athlete. So he's a professional athlete that's sanctioned to use cannabis in training and up to the fight, making waves, changing the status, pushing the stigmas away. I like him. He's a funny dude, and he's sponsored by Stores and Bickle. Vapes on the Mighty, cool as shit. So yeah, it was
totally
super relevant and fun to vape on Mighties with other people.
My hero, man, getting sponsored by Stores and Bickle. I was like, damn, okay, that's what it takes, huh? It ain't ever gonna happen for me, man. I ain't gonna fight anybody.
Right? I was worried that he would be a little bit like some of the CBD people are. You know, like some of the CBD people really like to ride the like, oh, I'm for hemp and for CBD, but I don't get high. Right. They look down. They have like their different attitudes, and you know, I'm glad that he wasn't like that. I'm glad he was. It's like, yeah, it's therapeutic, it's medicinal, it's recreational, it's you know, it's healthier, and he had all these. He was like us. He was like a version of you that can fight. You know. No offense.
No. Really, what the fuck are you trying to say, man? So,
well, you'll have to watch the full interview to catch what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, dude. There's some funny shit in there, but he, no, you're right, man. He's a lot of fun to hang out with. He knows his shit. and he's used Stores and Bickle stuff since the beginning for him, and it's really cool to. We'll have a smaller video as well as the full one about his cannabis routine, and he talks about it, and it's dope, man. Like he specifically uses at specific times different formulas, whether it's THC at this point in time for this reason, or whether it's 1-to-1 here or CBD. He's and even different forms, tinctures, vaping, juicing. He's all over it, and we learned a lot. I know I sure as hell did, man. I mean, the dude's using it up. It's awesome. He's really cool.
Yeah, I think when we meet with him again, I want to be a little more prepared and try some of those things, like because he talked about using like CBD after a certain time or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he talked about dreams, like having dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do some of those types of changes and see if I notice any difference in dreams. I've actually been doing a lot of like little changes and noticing big differences in myself, like the journaling thing that I talked to you about.
Yeah,
it's so helpful. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Like this has become my lifeblood right here, man.
Oh,
like,
that's great.
Like I wake up and I need to write down the things that are in my head, and once I write them down, it's so free. Like I just like suddenly have a clairvoyance of what I should be doing for the day. I don't have like the analysis paralysis. I don't have like the oh fuck, I got 50 million things to do. Oh yeah, and this and this and this. No, all of that stuff is gone because I wrote down the most important ones already, and I drew a circle that said I'm going to do this one. So it's like it just sets me off with that focus already. It gives me so much more mental bandwidth to work with. I re-edited the fuck out of 3 old Mighty videos this week. So if you're into watching more Mighty content, check out my 420 Vape Zone, or sorry, Troy Time 420 YouTube channel. I put up my Mighty review, and I put up my Mighty versus Tera video, and I put up the Mighty versus the Tiny Mite video. And the Mighty versus Tiny Mite is actually a really good comparison because the Tiny Mite is a slamming little vape. And if there's anything that's going to compete for the dollars for the Mighty that's not on our list for tonight or last week, it's the Tiny Mite and the P80.
Yeah, and if they were more readily available, we'd probably have to do them. But I wouldn't mind doing them anyhow. You know what I mean?
That's exactly why they weren't on our list for this Mighty comparison, because the Tiny Mite, you buy it and you're gonna wait 6 weeks or whatever. Holy shit, that funnel went flying.
Yeah,
I don't want a slow-mo instant replay of that because that thing went.
Hear that, Carrots?
Thing went.
That's awesome.
But the same thing with the Tetra P80. Like you got to wait for a drop, and you get one customized. You're gonna wait for it, so it's one of those things. Like with the Mighty, you can just go out and buy it. You can go to your local head shop and probably buy it if you need it, but don't do that because you're gonna pay $400, and you can get it online for $300.
And it might be an old one.
Yeah, that would suck, man.
Yeah, it would, man. Paying all that and then getting something that's been sitting in the store for 18 months and dead and whatever. But not to hack on stores, but I'm just saying. That's well, shit. I packed both Mighties, but I think I'm getting ahead of myself, man, because now we're going to talk Tera, aren't we?
Yeah. So Mighty versus Tera. The Tera is only $200 now, right? It used to be. It was $220 when it came out, and I'm pretty sure they dropped the price and they increased the warranty. Okay. It has a 3-year warranty versus the Mighty's 2, and they dropped the price to only $200. So you can get a Tera for $200.
Yep, 200. You're right, 200. It's out of stock on Planet of the Vapes right now. I'm not sure if they have it on the Boundless side or not, but
I think they do, or at least they did as of a few days ago.
Cool.
But the Tera checks a lot of different boxes that people complain about when it comes to the Mighty, because the Tera has removable batteries, two of them, two 18650s. So 18650 is a very powerful battery, and putting two of them removable gives this vape a lot of backbone. And this is a full convection vape with a pretty big bowl. It's a little bit bigger than the Mighty's bowl, but not by much, right? Would you say?
Well, you know, how do you use it? Like, it's got that other little ledge in there. Do you use it full, or do you put that ledge screen in there?
So yeah, that's a good question. I took the screen out of mine. I value the capacity and the performance more than the length of the vape, and I've never killed the Tera.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Okay, then in that case, no, this looks a little bit. It's definitely deeper. I think you can get more in the Tera. Probably a little more. I'd have to go look at my reviews and look at my numbers to see the exact, but the Tera's got a little bigger bowl in it.
I want to retract my statement. I've never technically killed a Tera, but one of my Teras did malfunction. Like, I had a Tera that was behaving strangely, and it seemed to be an electronic or a software problem. Like, it was changing, and the interface wasn't working the same way as it should, like the little heater indicator. And then when I contacted Boundless about it, they replaced it immediately. So the Tera has a 3-year warranty. I have seen people where the top breaks off on the Tera, like the top comes off, and I think that's because of the way the water pipe adapter fits on. Because the Tera comes with 2 mouthpieces and a water pipe adapter, and this water pipe adapter is actually the wrong color because it's like one of their prototypes, or it's one of their really, really early like production samples or something. And
they're all black now. That's all.
Yeah, they're all black now, but it's the exact same function. I took the screen off of mine, so I've modified my water pipe adapter. There's a little thread-on stainless steel collar and a screen that goes in there. I've taken that off completely, and I use one of these little basket screens or a little ELB lid, and I put this on here like this. It gives a lot better airflow, and it's a lot easier to maintain. But this water pipe adapter just fits in here with this O-ring, so it's not really like a great design, but it gets the job done.
I like your basket mod though, because I've never been a fan of these stamped metal screens that are in these things. They just get clogged real quickly and less airflow, and they're a pain in the ass.
Do it now. Do you have a little basket? It makes such a huge difference.
All I need is the basket. Is that the only different thing I'm going to do here?
Yeah, I take the little ring and the old screen off completely and just like pitch them. And yeah, any little basket screen that fits over the base of the water pipe adapter and still allows it to go into the device will work.
It has to fit over the shiny metal collar here. It has to fit over that.
No, it's you take that off.
Okay. Oh, and then it fits over.
Can you show us taking it off?
So I'm just going to unscrew it.
Yeah, it just unscrews and then falls and then it's gone forever. Oh,
there's that shitty screen I was complaining about.
Yeah, that's just a piece of stainless steel with a bunch of little holes poked in it.
And then I've just got a basket screen that just kind of goes like that. I'm all good to go.
Basically, as long as that fits into your Tera.
Do I want it to be like I might have a shallower one? Would that be better?
It might be. That way you can fit a little more weed in the bowl. Alternatively, if you don't want to use that basket screen mod, and you can unthread that collar the same way you did, take out that stainless steel plate with the holes drilled in it that serves as a screen, and replace it with an actual wire mesh screen. That'll actually have a lot better airflow, and it'll be easier to maintain. But the basket mod that Jerry's doing right now works a lot better.
You like this better than the mesh screen, and okay, well I'll just go with that if it doesn't fuck with this bowl. Let me see. Does it fuck with?
And then can you show your mouthpieces? I didn't grab my Tera mouthpieces, but the Tera comes with a water pipe adapter and two different mouthpieces. There's the plastic swivelly one like this, and then there's
It goes
a
on
glass
there like
one.
that, and then it swivels out. And then you saw the water pipe adapter. What's the glass thing you're talking about?
The glass mouthpiece.
Oh, I don't have that with me.
Oh, you know what, Jerry?
Hmm.
Remember how we did the highlight clips where you can ad-lib? I have one for the Mighty Tera.
Oh, far
So-
fucking out.
Why don't you get ready to unmute, and then you
Oh
can...
yeah, it's not fuck
you
up the
can-
mute again. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Gotta get my tea on and you have to unmute me. Oh yeah, I'm good.
Also, your microphone's tilted down.
Yeah,
awkwardly.
yeah, it helps me see a little better. I don't know. So this is Tera versus Mighty, or what is this?
Yeah. Well, this is a highlight reel, silent, that will show the Mighty and the Tera's features next to each other, and you can voice it. Cool.
Sweet. Yeah, man.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so Tera on the left, cool sticker, and Mighty on the right. You can see that the Tera is about double the thickness, man. It's like a chunky ass little fucker. But that's because they put the same batteries in it, side by side instead of on the other way. Yep, I love. You know how I like to fucking quick dump mode load that thing. This is pretty similar. You know, you can dump it out there. It's pretty deep, so you might need to poke something down. But it's got the same quick dump and load thing, especially if you fix your screen like I just showed Jerry how to do, like I did here. But anyhow, that's without the extra screen in there, right? And then here's the water pipe adapter back on. Got the 3-button interface, kind of similar to the Mighty's got 3 buttons too. Yeah, they're the same color. Imagine that, man. They're both black and they both have ridges. You get ridges with both of them. So really, I think I would get either one because they both come with ridges. I think that's a scoop. Ta-da! Back. Troy's not back, but I'm back. Let's do this.
Nice job, Jerry.
Thanks, man. That was fun.
That one actually had sound. I forgot to take the sound into that one.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, good thing I didn't say anything stupid.
All right, so what should I do first here, man? We're going to hit the Tera and the Mighty side by side stock mouthpieces.
Well, that's what I want to talk about, because I don't use the Tera with either of the mouthpieces. I've tried them and I don't like it. The vapor from the Tera is stronger convection. It has a stronger convection heater than the Mighty, and it's through those mouthpieces. Those mouthpieces don't do any cooling, and the vapor can get a little rough. So I only use the Tera on a bong. Like I only use it on a bong. Like I just like it's a bong driving device.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because that's why it comes with the water pipe adapter. The Boundless guys made this to hit on a bong. This mouthpiece does nothing. There's nothing in there. There's no attempt to cool it. It turns by nature, but there's nothing in there, no baffles. It's a full convection heater as opposed to a hybrid. And the full convection, as Troy said, is a harsher hit that needs more taming, and instead this has less. So I'm glad you like it only on a bong, because I find it unusable on this mouthpiece at the temperatures that I like to use. So I prefer to come in here and slap my water pipe adapter on it and go to town like that. And that'll compare that to the Mighty.
Oh shit! Okay, that's a cool way to do it. That's
yeah,
a cool
if you
way
want to
to
go
do
dry, it works. You know, I like your bong too, though, man. So
You can use the Solo 2 stem. So if you want to do a really simple glass stem mouthpiece mod with the Tera, you can take the Solo 2 long stem or the bent stem, take the silicone gasket out of either one of the mouthpieces, and use it it only holds the glass into the device. It doesn't actually get into the vapor path. The bowl goes down into the device. It works really well, and it tastes great. It gets rid of any remnant plastic taste or feel that the OEM boundless mouthpieces may have, and it cools the vapor, because glass cools the vapor really nice, and it tastes really nice. It has a nice pure terpy taste. It's a mod I really recommend if you're gonna keep the Tera and use it off of the bong. There's a guide on my website for exactly that mod. If you search 420 Vape Zone Tera mouthpiece mod or something like that, I put up a guide on my website that talks about that mod, as well as a few other mods for the Tera.
What's the mod that that I can put the Simrel on? You can put a vortex on here too. Remember that? How do we do that?
On the Tera?
Yeah, there was something about screwing around with this. Do you remember that?
Kinda.
This doesn't fit a Mighty, does it? I should just do it.
You can put the vortex on the Mighty. The whip adapter will adapt your vortex to the Mighty mouthpiece.
Yeah, I just wondered if my Mighty adapter for Simrel would fit the Tera mouthpiece. You know what I'm talking about? Because they're pretty similar.
Someone's smoking ribs in the chat, Jerry, and I'm highly distracted.
Oh yeah?
4.5 hours. Baby back ribs and spare ribs usually take about between 5 and 6 hours. If you do 3-2-1 method, I don't go by temperature of ribs either. I don't use any meat probe for ribs. I only go by the pullback and time. But I do the 3-2-1 method. That's what I do with ribs, even on baby backs. All right.
Try the. I might be onto something here, man. Hang on.
Okay, so while we're comparing the Tera and the Mighty, I want to say a couple things about the Tera that I have on my mind. The concentrate pad that comes with the Tera is thick and chunky and hard and doesn't absorb a lot of oil. Comparably, the Mighty is awful. The Mighty pad is much better, and if you're going to buy the Tera, I highly recommend just buying the pads from the Mighty to replace the little pad that comes with the Tera. Or just don't use it for concentrates, which is what I do. But the Tera does have concentrate mode, so it goes up to 500 degrees in concentrate mode. Yeah. And I've been hearing of people using that in flour. They use flour with concentrate mode, but that would combust. And then 3 clicks will switch back and forth. One of the tricks that I like to do, and I'm gonna vape at 410 because the Mighty maxes at 410, the Tera maxes at 428 for dry herb. But to keep things consistent, I'm gonna do 410.
I'm gonna stick at 383 on both these, like I did with the other two. I like that temp on the Mighty, so we'll see what happens on the Tera. Are you going now?
Yeah.
Look, I got my MVS on here, man. So I'm gonna try that as a cooling stim, man. That should work real well.
That's fun. I'm not going to do the head-to-head the same way with these vapes because to me it's already clear that the Boundless hits harder. The Boundless can deliver a thicker, harder, bigger hit than the Mighty, but it also tastes different. It doesn't have the same mouthfeel. Doesn't have the same floofiness, if that's a thing.
Do you get vapor on the front end though of that, like you do on the Mighty?
Well, let me explain that because I'm going to tell you how I do.
How do you do?
It just vibrated. Since it's full convection, that bowl is not hot yet. So what I like to do is do a few little shisha puffs, a few little cigar puffs to get the vapor rolling, and then I hit it. So see the vapor flowing from my lips. Now it's ready.
Oh, you're crushing it already, man. This damn thing was working earlier. There we go. That's a Troy hit right there, man. I see you dig that.
Yeah, I mean it's not a flower pot hit, but for a portable, it's incredibly tasty, thick, satisfying, easy, relatively easy.
Awesome.
The cigar puffs aren't a skilled thing. You can also blow out of the bottom until you see some vapor, and then hit it.
Oh, nice little move. All right, I see that.
I don't like to blow through the bottom because you might accidentally spit in there or just blowing humid human lung air into your heater probably isn't good for the life of it. So the puffs are a little better, but sometimes it's fancy to.
And you're blowing terps into the atmosphere too.
Right.
How do you like the whole thing where it's 3 clicks on and then you got to hold it in for a bit to, do you dig that whole function? Engage the heater?
It's not terrible, but it is what it is. I mean, there's a lot of that interface. Like that interface seems to be somewhat of a standard. There's only so much you can do with a single power button. It's always like 5 clicks on, or 3 clicks on, or hold it 3 seconds to turn it on. In a way, I'm annoyed at all of it, and it'd be great if it was just a standard thing. But then again, sometimes the brute force element is fun. It's fun to pick up a vape and not know how to turn it on, and be like, I bet it's 5 clicks, and you figure out those little things. Like I was watching somebody in the 420 Vape Zone Discord today got a new flashlight. He got like a fancy, super powerful flashlight, and it's a single button thing, but it has crazy amounts of interfaces built in, and it's all click controlled. So it's like 7 clicks to do this and 30 clicks to get you to this interface. And it's like, it has this whole control panel system built in, all via clicks. The vapes are kind of the same thing, but they're just like slowly standardizing on like 5 click and 3 click. And
yeah, 5 and 3 seems to be the move. But I thought I caught one doing 4 the other day and got pissed, but it didn't. It just wasn't responding to 3 every time. So yeah, you get single button press, long button press, 5 button presses, 3 button presses, whatever. I'm going to turn this Tera up to keep up with this Mighty because I'm not feeling it yet. You hit your Tera on 410, but it goes up to 428. 428 in herb.
Isn't it 428?
I'm gonna find out.
I'm gonna turn mine up. I'm gonna max mine out.
Fuck, I love the Mighty
428. Man. I'm gonna give mine a stir halfway, and I think it definitely benefits from a stir after a couple hits.
Yeah, because I'm pretty much in the dead. Like I'm not getting anything now. After a couple good hits, I'm not getting anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to stir that up. So, proof that it's a big time convection heater.
Has a little indicator. The little indicator comes on when it's ready, right?
Yes, the hot coffee indicator thing.
Yeah, hot coffee indicator. Coffee's up.
Oh, the stir did everything for it, dude. Now I'm back to cooking because the first hit off was really good. The second was too. Then I needed to stir. That was good again. Tasty, man. Still on 400. More airflow than the Mighty for me on this configuration.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tera is pretty open, I think, depending on how you pack it. And if you pack it like a convection vape, it'll stay open. So.
I'm gonna turn my Mighty on now. Get some Mighty vapor going. I want to see if I can feel the difference between the Mighty vapor and the Tera vapor through the bong, because the Mighty has like a really nice, fluffy, cloudy vapor that has a vape signature on the inhale and on the exhale. A lot of vapes can't come close to that. Like the Mighty has that signature of both. The Tera has a little more throat on the inhale and a little more terp on the terp roof, like the roof of your mouth on the exhale. It's a different feel with glass and with mouthpieces, but on a bong, it's going to be different. I want to compare.
Yeah, so check it out, man.
For science.
You putting that on now?
I might need to load a fresh Tera bowl.
All right. Because I wanted to, if you're going to take a hit, I'm going to take a minute to shout out to our sponsor Simrel, man, because this fucking tamed the hit for me, man. Like I really like that. I just went ahead and put the Mighty adapter that he made. He made a Mighty adapter for his vortexes and slapped it on here. I need to do some with my O-rings. My O-rings have loosened up and they're not fit. They don't fit perfectly, but it's on there well. And dude, that jacked it up. I think better than that glass would have. I've put this down before because it was too rough before, and put it back on glass like Troy because you want to have it on a bubbler. So, anyhow, man, yeah, dude, fucking Stinger, Vortex, MVS, whichever one of these versions of Austin's thingamajig you got, man, it'll work on the Tera real well too. I fucking dig that. Austin Simrel collection sponsorship. Appreciate you. That's fucking
Appreciate
dope.
you, Austin.
That's my fave Tera configuration so far, man. But I didn't need water for that. It was dope. That's fucking Mighty slaying it.
Mighty hit was terpier, but not as like robust or toasty as the Tera, but terpier. Like I tasted more. I'll tell you what I taste. I put a blunt wrap in my jar of weed because I accidentally let the blunt wrap open and it dried out, and I wanted to get it moist and pliable again, so I put it in with my nugs with a Bovita pack, and I put it in with the jar of gelato, Jerry. I put this blunt wrap, this grape zigzag blunt wrap into my jar of gelato.
That's cool as shit.
Left it there for a few days and reached in and pulled out some nugs the other night and vaped my gelato nugs, and my fucking gelato nugs tasted like grape.
Never mind. Did you like it or not?
It's pretty enjoyable.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's pretty enjoyable.
It was a grape wrapper you put in there?
It was a grape blunt wrap, and I put it in with my gelato weed, and it made my gelato weed taste like grape gelato.
Fucking A. Interesting. I mean, I've heard of people putting like an orange peel in with their bag and having it, get a little citrusy taste to it. You can do all kinds of shit like that.
I've done that. Or an orange peel might save some shitty weed. Like if you get weed that's dry and fucking flavorless, orange peel that shit. Orange peel that shit.
Come on, man. Orange peel that shit. All right. How do you think of this on the bong compared to the Tera? Because that's where the Tera hits, right? It's on the bong.
The Tera is more satisfying. Like the Mighty, I feel like I'm just like taking longer hits because I can, and it's just like sucking. Like the Tera, I feel like I'm enduring. Like the longer I hit, like the bigger I'm gonna cough. The Mighty is just like I may run out of breath soon. Like, oh shit, I need to breathe.
Because it's a more restricted draw.
Yeah, because it's more restricted and it's just not as much oomph as the Tera.
Okay.
The Tera has more of that in the moments, because like the Tera, you get a different curve, and also everybody's going to get a different curve. Like if I graph my session out with the Tera, my first hit is intense and it extracts a lot. My second hit is usually a little bit less than the first hit, and the third hit, if I'm lucky, is 2/3 of those. It's really like the cleanup hit, and the fourth hit is just so I don't see any green flecks in my ABV bowl. Honestly, like the fourth hit, I get like a half of a hit. So the first two hits are doing the majority of the work, whereas with the Mighty, it may take 8 or 9 total hits. And the majority of that bowl's terpenes and extractions, if you were to like graph them out, it's probably like across the first 5 hits. So it's a different ratio, but that's for me and my inhale size. So with me taking like a 30-second inhaler, it may be different if you're taking 22 seconds or 15 seconds or 5 seconds. Some people only... like some people don't do the I'm an underwater scuba trainer inhale techniques.
Well, see, I think people with shorter puff styles are going to like the Mighty a lot better.
Yeah.
How far into your hit do you need to get before you start to get the thickness that you're trying to get? Was it 5 seconds in, 7,
Well,
3?
that's kind of why I do those little like.
Oh,
Ow,
that
it's
gets
hot.
it ready. The
Hot. It's
puffs.
a hot
Yeah,
water pipe
careful
adapter.
there.
Yeah, or, you can blow through the bottom. That's a cheater. It's a cheat method. So how about for science? I'll do another bowl in the Tera anyway. For science, I won't do the cheater puffs, and we'll see how long it takes to vapor. Okay.
We will see. Are we going to time it, or what are we going to?
Well, I have a bong that's clear, so I'm using scientific glass. I can even get a more clear bong to make it more obvious.
Yeah. Should I break out my phone and time it with a stopwatch?
No, you can just count with your words if you want.
With my
You
words.
can count the bubbles.
1
Count the
Mississippi,
bubbles.
2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, like that. Like that. You want me to Mississippi it?
I think last time you Mississippi that people complained, didn't they?
I don't know. They didn't complain
What-
to me because I never heard it.
we were doing something where somebody was counting Mississippis, and I saw it in like the chat. Somebody was like, "Those are the longest Mississippis in the world," or some shit. Mississippi's a long fucking river.
It is. It's a long word, too. Hey, Choo Choo wants to know, can we really say the Tera is portable? We say the Mighty's.
Yeah, that's a good topic. The Tera's like a soup can.
Mm-hmm.
Like
A soda can, soup can, something like that, yeah.
I mean,
big honky.
God,
It's a big honky.
Jerry, this is against my religion, but I mean, if I stand up, I can put Mighty in one pocket and the Tera. I mean, this is bulky. This is hello, nice to meet you.
Right.
This is there.
That's armor. Yeah.
I'm good.
So which would you rather have in the pocket then, the Mighty?
Yeah, I carry the Mighty, and I have carried the Tera. The Tera is bulky. I've carried the Tera on walks. It's a lot of weight to swing around. It carries differently. The center mass of the Tera carries very differently than the flat 2-phone shape of the Mighty.
Yeah.
So if you're carrying something like if you're carrying a bag, then the Tera's fine. If you're carrying pocket, it's not so fine.
So it sounds like the Tera's sweet spot is exactly what it was designed for, which is on a bubbler, walk around the house, enjoy big ass hits instead of being chained to a cord. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, are there any other use styles or use situations that you think it's ideal for or really good at, or is that really pretty much it?
Well,
because you don't want it in your pocket. You're forced into somewhat of a longer hit, and neither one of us likes it with any kind of mouthpieces that make sense for travel. So what else can you do with this other than stick it on a bong and go to town and go, that thing rips? Because it does. That's the thing. It does. You know what I'm saying?
The people that I know that use it are people that go places with their friends, like skiing trips, and they take it to parties, and that'll be like the smoking device that they pass around. But admittedly, all these people, they're vape evangelists. They have to show their friends how to use it. They have to, help them take a bigger hit.
Right.
Those are all responsibilities of the vape carrier. Like that's a Tera thing. With the Mighty,
Ain't there?
it's a little more foolproof. If it push the button, if it's warm, it's gonna spit out vapor.
Yeah.
The Tera isn't one of those foolproof vapes. It's if you don't take a big enough hit, it's not gonna give you vapor. If you don't take the little pre-hits or whatever.
So they pass it around without a bong. I mean, they're just
No, they pass it around. Well, I know Dargan at least uses the water pipe adapter because he's the one that's had a few failures of his Tera, like the top has broken off. And I know Boundless has improved that. Like they improved the way that those two screws or whatever, they have a little more meat to connect into.
Well,
Oh shit!
it's funny. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that it excels on a bubbler, just because the guys that made it, they love that shit, and I do too. So I'm cheering that shit on. You know what I mean? And I like that it can go on a bubbler and run around the house, and that's pretty fun to be able to do. This thing on top of a cage would probably be fucking dope as shit. You know what I mean? So, a little top heavy maybe, but that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, so
J-hook.
$200.
J-hook could be a sweet little vape.
So the Mighty's almost twice the cost of this thing.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're using your Mighty way more than twice than you would use your Tera. I mean, it sounds like it's worth it. Agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're looking at the Tera and if you can afford the Mighty, that's in your budget as well, we recommend the Mighty, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know a lot of people put a lot of weight into removable batteries.
Yep.
How do you feel about that? Like, I know it's you're in vape abundance land, and you know that even if your battery dies, you're gonna get a replacement vape because you're fucking Jerry. You're from the Troy and Jerry think tank. You're gonna get the vapes. You have the vapes. So it's hard for you to have that contextually relevant perspective, like of the removable battery thing. I'm sure.
Well, I love removable batteries, mostly because I am such a high tolerance user. It makes my life easy if I can get a vape that I like and replace the batteries. It's the only downside for me for the Mighty, because if the Mighty was all I used, I would have to charge it every night. And yeah, I'll bet, so that might not be enough even sometimes. So I love the removable batteries. I also like the environmental aspect of it. That means that when your batteries die on the thing, you're not going to have something in your landfill. You just go get new batteries and you've extended the life. I mean, it's rarely the heaters that go in these things. It's always the batteries that go first. So, but I'll tell you right now, Troy, for me, and again, this is a personal thing. Everybody's got their own priorities. For me, it's vapor first, then everything else. And so if I enjoy the vapor on one vape more than the other, I don't give a fuck about the batteries. Give me the vapor and I'll deal with it. But if the vapor is, neck and neck, then yeah, I'm going to go for the replaceable one with the removable batteries. I think it's a better thing to do. I know some people worry about it. Some manufacturers worry about it. You know what I mean? They don't like to give that particular spot away because of the quality of battery you can put in can change all the dynamics. And I respect that. Especially in these environments. I was really surprised to see this one come out with replaceable batteries, because convection portables are some of the most violent environments for batteries to be in our industry. I mean, they give hard draws quickly. I mean, it's amazing, what these things put up with. So, I think that shows some balls or some naivete, one or the other, because nobody else is really doing it on that kind of a vape. You know what I mean? It's a pretty cool fucking move, I think. So I dig that. Are you hitting that native right off the WPA?
But I'm only doing like 5 seconds per hit. That's what I'm doing. And it took 5 hits to get that vapor.
Okay.
5 seconds. Like I'm doing like 5 seconds, because after 5 seconds I can feel the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be like a normal person takes a vape and inhales until they think they got a big hit because it feels that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 5 seconds is about what it takes. And it took 5 hits before I saw that hit. And that was 5 hits consecutively. I wasn't waiting. No, I didn't take a hit and set it down and let the bowl cool down or let anything cool down in a row.
It's amazing
Now,
how effective your primer hit is. So it took 4 5-second hits to get to the point where you had your one little primer hit and a wait. Is that what we're saying here?
Now it's soft again.
You got to stir it. Now it's back.
It's fucking delicious, man.
Is it? Does it hurt?
It's tasty. No, it's not. It doesn't hurt. It's a little warm, but
What temp?
it's tasty. It's got a great taste. It's at 428.
Well, you're jacking it way up right on, man. All right.
And this taste that this is delivering, the Mighty's is not capable of. Like this temperature, this roast, it's not in the spectrum for the Mighty. It's not in the agenda.
How about at
Not
the
there.
lower temps? Could you get it there and then bump your temp up on the Mighty, or is it even different?
I think even then, if you were to like plot all of the different factors of the vapor, there are some intersections. There's some little points that intersect. But since this is more of a convection driver, it's delivering a different extraction, and I think how we did like the conduction tests, like where we did the vapes where there was all conduction, and we found ourselves being more stoned because of like it just like extracts some things better. I think that's probably what this window is like. Maybe the convection is doing a certain type of extraction really effectively and efficiently without trickling any of those other things, and the Mighty sits more of that conduction tone, delivers a little more of those things that the pure convection won't bring. I don't know, but the difference is
noticeable in the taste. Definitely a difference, though. I'm with you on that. They're different styles altogether. Yeah. Did it hurt? Did it hurt?
Yeah, I did.
I'll bet.
It hurt.
Dude, I hope you guys appreciate what Troy is enduring for you right now. The man loves you and really wants to do the things that need to be done, but that you don't have to necessarily do. Learn from Troy, folks. Love Troy and how he blazes that path. You back yet, man? Click the button. You're still on mute. You're still on mute. you're high as balls, but you're still on mute.
I got you. Well, you mean to click the button? I was like, what?
Tera?
I'm at full screen. What's going on?
That's awesome.
That shit rips.
Is it time for a dab? I'm ready for a dab.
I mean,
I should have had a dab when I came back from that stream breakdown. I should have dabbed then. That's what I should have done.
Can I finish my bowl? You can have your dab.
All right, I'm gonna do a dab with anybody who wants to in the chat. Let's do a dab, man. How many likes we at? I'll do them for us, man.
147, and we have 244 people watching. Thank you, all 244 of you. I'm not going to say thank you 244 times, but please, individually, I mean it.
I'm gonna say every one of their names, man. Starting with Bradley. Bradley, no, but I want one. We should make one of those. Bradley wants a Vote for Choice shirt. I'm ready for one of those, man. I would wear that.
I want to do a shirt. Did you see the shirt that I was wearing yesterday and the day before? Because I wore it 2 days in a row.
I did not.
It has a little cat, and so it has a pocket, and it has a little cat. Oh, I wore it in my my sponsored message update in the Mighty videos that I put out. I can show you. No, I won't bother. Anyway, it has a little cat, and the cat's like peeking out of the pocket. You know, like there's this little white cat, and then if you pull the pocket down and look behind, like what's in the pocket, the cat's sitting here like this. Like,
I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing in the world right now, and I want to have that shirt made with a little illustration of me, you know, with my little with my hat with like my little logo, and the exact
with no pants, right? Just underwear on.
Well, yeah, probably.
It'd be perfect because you got it's your own fault for peeking behind the pocket.
That would be a lot to illustrate in print, but yeah, we can definitely pursue something that complicated.
I like it, man. I like it. All right, chat, dab with me. Let's do it. Troy's finishing that bowl. Then we're going to talk another funky comparison.
I'll load a dab as well, since we're at more than 100 likes. You know how the show goes. What are you dabbing on? I'm sorry for asking while you're actually in here. I assume it's something really good, not CBD, right? No CBD tonight?
This is Chem D live rosin.
Do you like the D?
Delightful.
Like dabbing on the D? Live rosin?
Fucking works for me right now. This is batter too, live rosin batter. This is yummy. Yeah. And this is the one I do it tonight. I have a daytime one called Fish Whistle. This shit's from one plant, man. It's expensive as balls, man. I'm not happy with the price, but I get it on sale or I get it on some kind of a discount. It's good. But it's the best stuff I've found. In fact, I got the same stuff from another dispensary that was like $25 left, and it was just I blew through it, man. I was like, how come that shit goes so fast? And we never felt as high. It was not cutting it. This stuff brings the goods for me. Yeah.
The goods.
The goods. Bringing the goods, motherfucker.
Fuck. God damn. Fuck.
Get it, Troy. Get it.
My Tera is a Tera V2. I think they're on V3 right now, yeah?
Yeah, mine's a V3, I think, too. Yours is a V2, you said? I'm a V3?
This one has V2 carved in the bottom.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
But I didn't band it. I know the V1 has a band around it, like do not use.
Right.
The V2 doesn't have that.
Whole nother story. Crazy.
I guess it's safe to use.
Yeah, man.
I hope
Fuck that shit. Yeah, as long as I got that Teflon out of there. That was weird, man.
Yeah, Tera rips, man.
You're blazed, baby. I love the looks of you right now, man. Me likey.
Yeah, man. Congrats on the Tera. So,
right. You ready for another comparison?
Let me finish this one hit, and then, yeah.
Yeah. It's a funky one, man. Like, I don't even know how to do this next one, sort of. It's basically Mighty versus a Dynavap. Like, that question gets asked more than you'd think. And for me, it's like, man, they're totally different. Can you even compare them? But yeah, I mean, they both do vapor, so why not?
Dude, it is such a weird thing to answer from our perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I while thinking about this, while thinking, like, remember when I wrote it down and you're like, really? How? And and I'm like, I don't know, but I get asked so frequently that we need to fucking talk about it. I've been thinking about it, and I guess I had a little perception realization. The people that are asking that don't have either one, and they probably have some other shitty vape, and they're ready for like an upgrade, and they don't know if they should commit to the $300 Mighty or if they should just buy a Dynavap.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
And I don't want to sound like a vape salesman, but here's the thing. In the perfect 2 vape world, the Mighty and the Dynavap are a man's best friend. Like, if I could only keep 2 vapes,
That was poetry,
those vapes would literally be it. Like, you need, like, the casual, like, the Mighty is like, I can vape the Mighty while doing anything. I can vape the Mighty while having sex, while driving my golf cart, while playing basketball, while playing golf. I can vape the Mighty mindlessly. I can reload and unload the Mighty charged mindlessly. The Vap Cap delivers an array, a completely diverse range of experiences. I can load it with any strain and get a completely unique hit every single time because torch dynamics are very unique. I can get consistent hits. I'm not saying that it's inconsistent, but the Dynavap can deliver every single spot of hit on the board. You want a hit that has all of the terps and fully roasts and milks up a bong with one hit. You can do that with the Dynavap. You just got to know how. You gotta learn the device and the characteristics and the heating dynamics. But you can do that with the Dynavap. And what's great about it is it's a simple device that can deliver all of those different experiences. Where the fuck is my Dynavap, by the way?
Where is it, man? I'm gonna get to it, man. My Mighty's heating up. I'm gonna take my first hit off my MVS. Dynavap. Thank you very much. Sponsorship, man. Dynavap's awesome, man. We love those guys. Everyone needs a Vap Cap for sure. I'm on the
video that you made was fucking hilarious, by the way.
We had a good time with that, right?
I wish I could have done a better Vaporizer wizard impression. Like, I wish I could have prepared and been like mentally prepared for it, because I completely forgot that I was going to be doing the Vaporizer wizard thing. I only remembered the Vape Critic thing. So, like, in that moment, when I was done with the Vape Critic, when I was done being the Vape Critic, like, trying to be the Vaporizer wizard was like a foreign concept. I really struggled with it. And I want to try it again and actually be prepared.
I thought you were great, man. We should just do a few more things like that, man. We'll do something. That'd be fun. That was great, man. I thought you were awesome.
I never heard from Bud or Buzz about those videos. Did they have any reactions or any reception? Like, I hope, I trust that nobody was offended.
No, I reached out to everybody and heard back from everybody except Bud, because he was already out by then. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't doing anything. It was after he left. So, and no, man, they all dug it. Except Vape Life X, man. I can't get a hold of that cat, which is a bummer, man, because he's like, yeah, then fucking get a hold of him. And I want to say hi, man. I'm a fucking fan. I love the dude.
We should get him on the show.
Let's talk, man. I love the dude.
We should see if we can get him on the show.
Yeah, I'll tell you now, man. If he's done a review on a vape that I'm working on, I make sure I watch it. His videos are on fucking point, man. They're fucking funny, succinct. He always tells me something I didn't know, and he's got great style, man. I love his videos, man.
And he's funny. He's a funny dude.
Fucking funny as shit. I love the way he fucking delivers.
Tell you something. I'm gonna be real with you. When my channel got deleted, he stepped up and made a video about my channel being deleted. I reached out to several other influencers saying, like, hey, I had this channel and now I'm deleted. Can you please help me get the word out. No one helped. That dude stepped up on his own and made a fucking video.
Cool guy, man. I love him.
For real.
Well, dude, yeah, if you're tight with him, man, let's get together because I'd love to talk to him. And I've reached out to him for a while on different channels, but I'm clearly not hitting the ones that matter. So,
right. You know, I did that same thing in December. Reached out to people. Hey, I got deleted. Anything you can do to help me get my following back?
These are fucking fun to hit side by side, man. Yeah, the first hit off the Vap cap is fucking great.
I'm being very careful to not fuck up my Rosium cap.
Why are you even using that, man? I'm surprised. That's dope as shit.
Well, because all the other ones that I have nearby are all untouched. They're my photo caps. I was doing some dynatography. And
Right on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use it, Jerry.
Well, I mean, look, the Mighty's thicker and more consistent. It's also got twice as big a bowl. It's just totally different, man. Like this isn't an either or. I think you're right, Troy. These are like the two you want to have for totally different feels and scenarios and rituals. You know what I mean? Like
this is a ritual vape for sure. Like the Mighty is a sit back and kick it vape. The Dynavap is a sit back and kick it with your vape.
Yeah, the Mighty's let's get fucked up brainlessly. And the Vap cap is I want to engage in the process.
Damn, it's fucking delicious. Lovely.
I've been using fucking Vap caps a lot more than I used to, Troy. I'd say this last year, it's in my top 4 or 5 vapes that I reach for all the time. Like every time I go if I go on the road, I grab one of these. Sometimes a torch, sometimes an induction. Doesn't really matter, man. I fucking dig it.
I love that.
It's
one of my favorite things in the world.
Right?
You see what happened? What just happened to me? I was torching my cap, and I stopped torching, and then it clicked. Like I got both clicks after I stopped the torch.
Yeah,
like I love having that like click deja vu type of like I just feel it. Like you learn your vape and you learn the heating technique and you learn where you want your vapor.
It's the Jedi thing going on there, man. Remember George talked about fuck the clip or the click, you know what I mean? Like just, doing it without the click or not paying attention to it and getting used like getting the beat by feel. Remember that?
Damn it. I made it green.
Oh, you're kidding me, really?
That's okay. Now actually it looks better on the green Omni now.
True. Right on. That's a beautiful vape.
Thanks, man. It's one of my favorites. I go back and forth between this one and my Simrel Vortex.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. They're both green. Like the Vortex is green and blue, and this one's all green. And green's my favorite color, and blue's like my second favorite color.
I love those two together. Right on. Throw that in. Rock on.
And then we got a pink cap on here. I should put the pink cap on the Vortex. Then we'd have the modern cannabis colors. We got to get Austin on for a episode.
Yeah.
For an interview session.
That'd be fun, man. We can call it a modern cannabis throwback revisit Simrel sponsorship combo / fuck yeah.
It's a lot of words.
Get the longest title ever, man. The longest title ever. Longest title ever, man. So
You thought I said I'm out of green.
that's
No, I'm
funny,
not.
man.
I'm not out of green. I have
You
a
know, I
bunch
think
of
it's
harvested
now,
stuff.
if you could only take one, you'd take the mighty.
Well, I mean, in a real world situation, the mighty would be in the contender for what I'm going to grab. But like, I think it depends on like what that real world apocalypse really would mean. Like how I envision it. Like if my house is on fire, I'm not grabbing anything. Like I'm out of here. But the mighty's probably in my pocket. You know, it depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
I think for me, like I enjoy the Vap caps more. I just love hitting them. I love everything about it, the feel, the ritual, the cigarette size thing. I mean, it's everything. And the thicker ones are kind of like blunts. I mean, the whole 9 yards. I love it. I will say sometimes this bowl and its smaller size just won't get me fucked up, even if I chain hit them, because it just by the time I get to where I'm getting there, the first one's probably wearing off. Whereas this one, if one bowl doesn't, two definitely does. You know what I mean? Like it's a little different as far as I know the mighty for somebody with a high tolerance is at some point going to kick the fuck in. If it were my only vape, you know what I'm saying? If the Vap cap is my only vape, I'm gonna love the first high of the day. Totally. You know what I mean? Like that first high of the day is awesome off of Vap cap because it's so efficient and feels so good. So, but I don't know, man. I'm torn because I love them both, and I would have a hard time being without my Vap cap. There's an emotional attachment you get to your Vap caps that you might have to your mighty because it's your favorite, but for I think others, it's probably easier to get attached to a Vap cap.
Yeah. I mean, when this mighty dies, I'll be happy to have a new mighty, and it'll be my new best friend again. You know, it's not like this particular mighty is the goods. It's just that for my super casual cannabis use, for me, like to load a bowl and to watch YouTube videos, or to load a bowl and go watch some Silicon Valley on the couch, maybe take a grinder and a bowler with me to vape a few more bowls. You know, if I go somewhere and want to vape a bowl before I get groceries, the mighty is just ultra convenient. I bet I have a fucking doob tube in my motherfucking pocket with a little bit of herb in it. And I've been carrying this motherfucking tube for probably 5-6 years, Jerry. You've seen this tube before.
That's awesome.
We've used this exact doob tube before.
That's
I remember
awesome.
telling you the yellow one is sativa and the orange one is indica. I can't find the orange one. I lost the orange one.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I use doob tubes, and they're perfect for the mighty because I can load them just with like I pop the cap off, you know, and like I can scoop the herb right out of my grinder, you know, and load these doob tubes
right out of your brilliant cut.
Yeah, they're really easy to carry, like a little tube, and when you want to have a mighty bowl, Jesus, or a Crafty bowl, the water pipe adapter is stuck on there. You know,
those water pipe adapters, man.
The weed comes right out with like light turning and tapping, so you can kind of get your bowl loaded. Like this for me is the convenience of cannabis vapes. You know, I can carry herb wherever I need to go, have the mighty ready to go, and pack it with doob tubes. And if I need to empty it in the parking lot or in a portable or whatever, I have taken the Dynavap out, and I like using the Dynavap. I love having a Dynavap session before getting groceries. But I tell you what, man, when someone walks by your car and you're sitting there vaping on a mighty, it's not a big deal. When someone walks by your car and you're it gets some glances. You know, people are like, what the fuck is going on? So you have to be a little more mindful. The Crafty experience, it's ultra casual and it just looks like a normal vape. I mean, for that matter, you could probably light your Dynavap, and just be fucking whatever about it, or have an induction heater. I've used my old head pipe with the Dynavap, and the induction heater out and about right before getting groceries. It's fucking great. You just heat it up and click and.
With that one, I love it too, man.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Just gotta be careful while driving your golf cart. You hit bumps, the stem may poke you in the eye. This comes with a short version as well. So it comes with like a shorter, not so sophisticated look. A shorter, more realistic.
Shorter one's probably harder to poke yourself in the eye with when you hit the bump.
Probably. Those are available from Old Head Trading Company, by the way. So
those are dope, man.
Yeah, it's a great device.
Cool feel.
Well, we got the Vaporizer Wizard in the chat tonight.
What's up, Wiz?
Vaporizer Wizard going for a sesh.
Totally, man. It's fun to hang with him, man. I've seshed with him in a couple of champ shows. I think you have too, man. He's fun, man. He's fun.
Yeah, we got him really high with El Nino.
That's right. Yeah, the first time I seshed with him was on my my Tubo. It was the year that I just got my Tubo, and I took that to champs. And I had my Herborizer, and he got blitzed off that Tubo. It was a really good hit. We got it on there. It was on there. And then, the next time we saw him at a show was at El Nino, and that was a whole nother level, man. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, we got him pretty fucked up. I remember because there was a party that we were supposed to all go to, and only Sneaky Pete and I made it.
Yeah, man.
And we were wrecked. Like we got there and we were probably higher than most of the people there. People were like looking for weed at the. I'm not gonna mention whose party it was.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that ain't right, man. I mean,
they didn't have any weed. They were fucking passing out CBD joints. I remember that.
Oh, fuck
so fucking lame.
I remember the next time I got to their party at like 11, and they'd run out by then. I was like, "You're out of weed at 11? Well, fucking what?" I was like, "Shit, I'm out of here." But that's how you clear out a party. Oh, you want to shut the party down? Okay, we're out of weed.
Oh yeah, we're out of weed. Yeah,
we're all going somewhere else. But dude, there's so much fun, man, when you get to when there is weed, man, because you go up and usually you walk in and it's like there's this big gorgeous dining room and a dining table, and there's weed there, and there's like, I mean, if there's a party of 60 people, there's usually about 8 at the table at a time, just going up and rolling their own joints, or packing their own bowls, or doing whatever. There's the weed, and you bring your own. And so every time somebody like Troy or I comes up to the table, man, we've got some funky vape, and we're all of a sudden we're meeting people because everyone wants to check out that shit, man. That's a lot of fun. I took the Tubo to one of those too, and that happened. Those are fucking fun, man. Looking forward to that this summer.
Yeah. I remember the first year I went to that party, and there was like a kitchen table with like 3 slabs of shatter just sprawling on it, and then there was like a dozen bongs, like dab rigs, and like 10 Blazer big shots just sitting there, and all these guys were just dabs, and like, please move so I can sit down and enjoy some dab chains.
My turn. I'm coming.
And it was like the same 8 dudes sat there all night.
It's funny, man. Really good ones were in Denver. I had some good times with the ones in Denver. We had a dab station at one. It was a really good rooftop party with a dab station. It was fun. And then that was also the show with the party bus that had the 2 dab stations in the back of it. Were you there for that, or did you ever go to a Denver show? I forget who I was with that. I forget who I was with that night then. Oh, it was with the Boundless guys. We were there, and that was cool, man. They had this party at some used to be a church, now it's some kind of a nightclub, and they decked it out, and there was open bar inside, but you couldn't smoke or vape inside. It was weird. So they actually rented a party bus, and there was a line outside. Just get inside, work your way into the back, get your dab, come back out. It was awesome, man. It was fun. Dude, let me take two. I was like, dude, can I have another one? Don't want to do that line again. He's like, yeah. It's like, sweet. Those guys are having a blast. They're fucking lit and just, dishing out dabs all night long and just keep the lit going back there, man. They're fucking digging it.
Speaking of being lit, Jerry.
Dude, you look lit, man. But like, so look, we got one more comparison to make. We're not going to wait till next week.
wait, we're not done with Dynavap yet, man.
All
because
right, cool.
there's still one thing that Dynavap kind of shines for, and that's for people who are craving like going right from smoking. If they're smoking already, and they're going from smoking to try to vape exclusively.
Yeah,
a lot of times the Dynavap will be better for that person to quit the smoking habit than the Mighty. Like in my experience, maybe it's the ritual. I always think it's because the Dynavap just delivers a more throaty hit. Like when you get it right, deliver its magic. It's like you get a really satisfying like feel from everything.
Right on.
And the Mighty is a little softer, a little cloudier. If you're used to e-cig vapor, the Mighty is very familiar because it's big, billowy, cloudy, easy vapor, but it's not throaty or heavy like smoke at all. It's almost so light that it makes people cough ridiculously sometimes. Like I've seen people that just like can't hit the Mighty because it just makes them cough like crazy. It's like too fluffy or too airy. I don't know what it is, but have you seen that?
No, I haven't. That's interesting. I mean, I've seen people that cough at all kinds of fucking vapor and smoke and shit, and I've felt the itch with the Volcano on a bag or some other bag vapes, but never the Mighty. The Mighty never did that to me. Right. That was a nice little look, man. I want to see that. I don't know, sweet little wiggle, like the wiggle. Carrots, can we get that wiggle repeat at some point, man? I think that's a good clip. The wiggle clip, the smooch clip. Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right. So there you go. No winner there. These guys are different. They're both winners.
Yeah.
No loser there is what I mean.
They're yin yang. They're.
Did you say yin yang? Very good.
They go together. They fill each other's voids.
You just need to keep talking, man. I feel like you're on point tonight, Troy. That yin yang is right on, man. Like I couldn't have said it better. So and then hang on. Yeah, man. One more comparison is this one, man. This is my favorite go at it, quite frankly.
Speaking of which, I need to hydrate.
Let's do that. Yeah, speaking of which, right?
Encourage everybody to drink some water.
Water's yummy, man.
My soda stream is not working properly. And holy shit, it's making me incredibly sad. Every time my soda stream.
Oh yeah, you love that thing.
I think it's just getting so old that it's just not working right, but it's hard to troubleshoot. It's not working right. It's making me every time I try to carbonate water, it doesn't work right, and then I get mad. And then every time I drink my water, it's not carbonated right, and it makes me sad.
Fuck, you're going from mad to sad all day? Go get a new one.
But I don't know if it's the machine or if it's like my system. It's like, I guess that's one way to troubleshoot. It's replacing the machine and start from there.
Well, figure that shit out, man, because that shit's important. Just drinking that shit all day, man.
Okay. The bowl, Jerry.
Yeah. The bowl. Taffy bowl. Mighty. My opinion, these are from a portable vaporizer standpoint, these are my two most satisfying to hit vaporizers right now. We're chiming off about the Mighty All Night. Obviously, it's a satisfying vaporizer. So is this one. Convection instead of hybrid. So we're coming back into Tera range with some of the things. Only this one has a little more tech to it that does it better, in my opinion, as far as really controlling things and consistency and instant hits. And fuck, it's got a cup, man. So in my opinion, it wins. No other vape I have has a cup on it too. They all lose. It's fucking dope. But anyhow, let's get into the vapor, man. Because really, Troy, I love the hits off the bowl, man. They're always surprisingly big. They cool really well with this stem, and it. Outside of that, it's totally unique, almost weird. So I don't know. What do you think, man? I'm gonna pack it and hit it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you mentioned that the bowl is instant on demand, whereas the Mighty is like a session vape. So they're very two different things. I want you to narrate my little video where I show the Mighty versus the bowl, and I'm gonna warn you ahead of time. I missed something with the bowl with my little highlight clip, so you can include that with your narration. Are you ready to unmute and flap those lips?
Flap them lips ready.
Flap them.
Oh man, the bowl, and I'm sorry I'm showing you the handle, but I love the handle. So there you go. It's killer as shit. You know me and my Mighty, badass. They're about the same height. This is how you load the bowl. And oh fuck. Okay, so my pot's not in there. Why the hell they call it a pot? I don't know. But let's pretend it is. Anyhow, that's where the weed goes. The cup on top is where the drink goes. Right here, it just needs to be pressed down a little bit, and it'll be nice and tight. It's pretty simple. Yeah, that's how it comes off. And then this is just the vaporizer. If you didn't want a cup, you just want the vaporizer, which you take that off and charge it anyhow. On the bottom, what are we looking at here, man? What the fuck is that? Size of the mouthpieces. Okay, so the puck is much smaller than the Mighty, but the mouthpiece kind of sort of like the launch box. You had that tube sticking out the side. What are you going to do? And the battery sticking out the side, it changes the ergonomics.
Yeah, travelability, like just how, like if you really want to carry the bowl somewhere, it's not. You don't have to carry the whole fucking tank of a device. It actually packs down to something pretty small.
Right on. Yeah, you're right. And he's down the road, not anytime soon, but down the road, there's all kinds of accessories that can come out, and they'll come out with a shorter stem and all kinds of shit. So I will say supply is going to be an issue for these things for a little bit. So if you see them in stock and you want it, get it, because there will be supply issues. Anyhow, yeah, the bowl surprises me, man. Temps 1 and 2 are super tasty. 1's got a little bit of vapor. 2 surprises me with vapor. 3 and 4 is where I live. I'll take 2 hits on 3, 1 on 4, and call it a day, and maybe not even stir it. You don't have to stir with it, but it comes with a stir tool because it's convection, and I like to stir with it. I like to use it as a tamp tool. It's a good tamp tool for when you load the thing. Stir tools under here, and you just with your fingernails can pop it out. It can go in any of these 4 holes. They're all the same.
Any of the 4 holes,
dude. I'm telling you, you would like this one, Troy. Any of it? They're all the 4 holes are the same. They're not different though. They're all the same. So stir tool. Your stir tool will go in any of them. I like
the little stir tool.
Yep. I like to tamp it.
This is a very different ritual interface experience with the bowl.
Yes.
I am fucking big, Jerry.
I love it.
I packed a Crafty in demonstration a few moments ago and just like vaped it randomly instead of the dab. I don't know, but I feel like I'm turning into a bird, and birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real? What do you mean, man?
You're just gonna have to trust me on this one.
All right, so they're not real. Oh, I remember seeing something about that. I'll have to look into it. All right. Anyhow, I'm on temp 3. I'm gonna go with the press and hold method. Choo choo. We're gonna give that a shot.
I'm gonna do a different technique. Do you remember the technique I did with the Tera with the little cheater hits? This vape doesn't really need it, but Jerry likes big butts and he cannot lie. If you take those little cheater hits, those little cigar puffs on this thing, it really ramps up the intensity of the hit, and you can pull some fucking insane hits from this thing.
Do it, Troy. Do it, because I'm already in love without it. But I want to see what you're talking about, because I know you like it thicker than I do.
I'm gonna go to temp 4.
Straight to 4.
I'm gonna drink some water.
Primer
My
temps.
My throat's already a little gooched out.
The difference here, though, is you can use the stock mouthpiece and it cools beautifully, as opposed to like the Tera, which is unusable at the higher temps. So, and the highest temp on here is actually there for concentrates. If you want to use concentrates, they didn't make it for concentrates, but that's probably what it's best for. And when they come out with a pad, that's where they're going to use it. So, I like 4 though to finish it off. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna do one more on 3 and then go to 4. Troy's hitting 4 from the get go. Oh, these are his little cheater puffs. And all in the same click. Okay, then you come back and click. Okay, and then are you a click and hold? Okay, so he's clicking and holding. So if you click and hold it, then you can alter your puff, stop your puff, start it, whatever, and it keeps going as long as you hold it. If you click and let go, it'll stop as soon as you stop your hit. Yeah, man, that's massive Troy hit style there, man.
Oh, it's making my eyebrows quiver. Oh.
I come back and sure. The quiver brows. Where is he? Where's Troy?
That was a good one, man.
Yeah, baby.
Like that was the first hit. You can see it's pretty dark. I mean, obviously there's no fucking light shining on it, but it's a well roasted bowl from one hit. I don't have the overhead camera turned on, so you're gonna have to trust me that it's dark.
This is mine after 2 hits on 3. I'm just gonna get some good light on here. See that? Mine's nice and tan, but not. Come on, focus.
Here, I can
It's not focusing. Oh, it almost had it there.
turn mine on manually.
Anyhow, we'll deal with that someday.
Here,
dude, that's great. And on the top is where it's the most cooked. So this is where I usually like to give it a stir. Oh, nice job. That's untouched.
that's untouched. That's from one. That was from that one hit. Why am I upside down?
Oh, cool. You are. You had this problem before. I remember with that thing. Do you remember that?
So you talked about stirring. You said you don't stir with this vape.
I stir all the time anyhow, but you don't have to with this one. I find that when I do stir, I finish a bowl in about 1 hit quicker, and I think that the taste is more consistent throughout. But you can finish a bowl with 1 more hit and sacrifice a little taste at the end without stirring. That's my best results.
I get a much better charting of the vapor if I stir. But then this is where I trip over my loose shoelaces with the bowl because of this little crucible system and the screen that sits in the bottom. It's kind of easy to poke that screen out if you're stirring like too intensely.
Yep.
And it happens to me. So
you take it out of the stem, right?
Yeah, so it's important to take the little crucible out of the stem. That way the screen is on a flat surface and it won't get poked through. Because when it's here, it's being suspended by its rim, and when you poke something in there, the screen isn't against the bottom, and you can poke it through. And it sucks if you poke it through and you don't realize it, and then you suck up a bunch of weed.
Yeah, what that weed does is it goes all through the bottom of the thing and sticks everywhere. Like you don't get it out, you don't recover it, you ISO it and wait. So,
yeah, it's got to ISO it and clean it. Yeah.
So definitely, I learned the hard way on that one too. So pull the pot out of the stem when you stir it, and you will do it. You will stir and poke through. You're just going to learn the right tension to not do it, but it'll happen to you. I'm going in for my finishing hit on 4 here. I'm still on the press and hold.
This is hit number 2 for me. I'll do the cheater puffs again.
Fucking killer, man. Big fat ass fucking rips. No charring. No fucking tunneling. It feels so good. That was a good hit, Troy. That one delivered something to me.
It's nice. It's great for dosing. Like this one has a very strong advantage for dosing, and I think these little capsules are ideal for that as well. Like if you're the kind of person that says I want to vape, 0.4 grams per day, it's easy to set aside 0.1 in each of these things and have that be your dosing. It doesn't excel as the Mighty, whereas the Mighty's like a casual. Like I can't take this to the couch and casually vape multiple bowls, while watching TV or whatever. I have to be, I would have to have these things packed and then be prepared to switch them. And even then, it would still be a little more attentive vaping. It wouldn't be super casual. The Mighty is just real easy, load it and sit there and vape,
I could see that because the Mighty is brainless in a session. But I will say where the bowl excels in almost the same scenario that the Mighty doesn't is that you can be in a conversation, have your drink, and take your hits at your leisure. So it's not a session. You take a hit and you can wait as long as you want. If you're a one-hit wonder, fucking far out. You take one hit whenever you want and you're good for the night. 2 or 3 doesn't matter. If you're like Troy and I, you need 4 or 5 bowls, 4 or 5 pots. You'll probably still use your brilliant cut, but go ahead and preload the pots and put them in the grinder that has the things in them. Not because it isn't a bad grinder. I just love my brilliant cut. But that thing, I've used that in those situations, Troy, just to see, and it works pretty well. You take it out, you swap it out, you put the old one and the new back in the grinder. And by the time you've gotten to the last pot, you might finish it before the battery dies. You know what I mean? You're getting on the borderline. The 5th pot there is kind of where the battery is going to be, either make it or not.
The 5th, I haven't been able to finish the 5th pot.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I load the pot that's in there, and then load my 4 spares, and go out. I won't be able to vape all of my weed.
Right.
Like I'll vape the one that's in there. I'll go to my 2nd, my 3rd, and then on that 4th or that last one, I might get a good hit, but probably not. Usually that's when the vape dies.
And I would say that your style of usage is probably the most taxing, and that it takes a lot to get to those high temps. Like when I'm on 3 and 4, that's a whole lot more on the battery than hanging out on 1 and 2. So people who are in the lower temps, you're still not going to get massive battery life, but you'll get 1, maybe 2 more pots than I will. It's possible. I mean, I know that when I talk to people who are in the lower temps, they're like, you only get 4 or 5? I usually get 6 or 7. So If you're a low temp guy, you'll get a little more out of it. But Troy, for me, I love absolutely both these. It's time for the side by side. So I'm gonna turn the Mighty on. I'm gonna put the bowl on 3. If I put the bowl on 3, what temp should the Mighty be on, you think? Should that be 410 or 400?
Yeah, maybe 390 or 395.
I like your 395. I have it on 400. I'll put it on 395. And when this gets there, I'll hit this, and then I'll just start going back and forth because it's all I can do the thing with it. So,
am I really high, or is Jerry like doing max headroom type?
Oh, am I? I hope not. Oh, it says I'm going 8-bit on you guys. Some of these guys, man, I might have some real fucked up. I got some fucked up internet here.
Is there a hurricane going on?
Wow, I don't know, but if I did some Napoleon, no, what was max headroom? That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to know about that. I like max headroom, man. That was a cool little moment, short moment in time.
Well, we are in HD, or we're supposed to be in HD, so like you can see how high I am in HD.
I can see the red in your eyes, man.
We can see how many pixels Jerry is missing. And how many frames we lose? Holy shit, Jerry! You are not HD. You are going all Huli nucleus on us.
It's a good thing I'm recording over here.
My internet is better than Jerry's internet.
Dude, I actually have got
all 9 pixels.
I'm switching over next week to something different, but it was supposed to happen yesterday and didn't. So now I got to wait till next week. So next week we'll be on a new internet. Hopefully we get something better, man.
Yay! Sorry, Jerry's streaming with his Nintendo Classic tonight.
That's awesome, man. Got my Game Boy, man. My Game Boy, my original Game Boy. Hell yeah! Okay. What are you hitting on right now, Troy? I'm doing a Mighty and a bowl. I'm side by side in this shit. I expect it to hurt. I feel good.
Oops. I just stirred my pot inside the stem.
And there goes the gun.
Yeah, so I'm getting like four pots per charge. I think the device is great, man. Like I think they did a fucking fantastic job. And I think the cup thing is a novel idea. I think it's a wonderful approach. I think people are hating on it just to have something to hate on. I hope those people can find some more positive things to do with their energy. Cannabis does need champions to fight the stigma, and we need champions to normalize its use. Alcohol gets treated so much nicer, and cannabis gets treated very differently, and it's devices like this that can help fight that and change that. So yeah, I'm gonna fucking support that, even if it's not something that I reach for. I think it's a fucking wonderful approach, and it's a great device. It makes great vapor. Doesn't replace the Mighty for me, but I could see it filling the needs for a lot of people. Especially if you're into dosing. Like dosing, this thing shines, like I said.
If you're like me and you've waited for an on-demand convection portable that hit like a desktop for years, it's finally here. That's what we got. It actually works. The temperature control is stellar. Fucking yeah. Like, that's why I'm so into it, Troy. I think it's because for me, this is what I've been waiting for literally over 10 years. For more than 10 years, I'm waiting on this.
On that exact note, man, that's what the industry has been chasing for 10 years. All of these on-demand vapes over the years have been chasing the performance that this vape delivers. And until this vape, no other vape has been able to deliver it consistently. No other vape has been able to deliver the on-demand performance of this vape consistently. The MV1 was not it. The MV1 was not consistent, and it didn't deliver like this. There are other on-demand vapes that can deliver equally powerful, equally as fast, or faster on-demand hits, but they're also experience-driven. You know, like you have to know how to do it.
This is what I want to go war with, man. These are what I take to war. These motherfuckers. We will fuck up. Damn. They're different. This one has a tastier, lighter hit on the exhale. A tastier on the inhale, lighter on the exhale, but just as punchy, but in that convection-y punchy way that's a little bit different. But they both just fucking punch.
Hope everything is okay in the chat, and I hope Jerry's internet is okay.
I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. You're still losing frames, and sometimes your audio goes duckish.
Damn. I thought I had that fixed, but they didn't show up. So,
Well,
oof, man, these two are whooping my ass.
I'm gonna load
combo.
one more bole. Oh yes, that's not called the bole. The E is silent. It's bola. Jerry cakes. Did I tell you that my weed tastes like grape?
Yeah,
okay?
Because you're a blunt wrapper in there.
Yeah. The blunt wrapper.
Oh man. Damn, these are the two to fucking pair up. Actually, I want to change that. I want to stop it. I want to go to 4 now.
That's why it was hard to open. Some a-hole left the bowl and they're all vaped.
I hate those gremlins, man. When they show up, I get them all the time. Bro, this is great, man. This is baking me up, man. This is getting baked. It's getting baked, man.
Yeah, I kind of thought this would happen.
Yeah,
and it happened last week.
So I'm doing this shit with my eyes closed.
This is all clogged. Can't have that.
No, can't have that. Jesus fuck.
You all right? You all right, Jerry?
Yeah.
Are you still okay? Because I want to ask you something really important.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Where the fuck is the Mighty Plus? It was promised like 9 years ago. I'm just kidding. It was like, seems like 2 years ago. When did the Crafty Plus come out? Crafty Plus came out 18 months ago or 15 months ago or some shit like that. A year ago?
2 years this fall or something like that. It's a lot longer than we think, man. Like it really is. Like, but the Mighty wasn't really promised. You know what I mean? Like, or was it? I mean, were you promised? I wasn't promised. Were you promised?
Oh, you can't go on the record with that.
I've never been promised the Mighty.
I mean, no one ever like shook hands with 420 Vape Zone. I promise you, we're gonna have a. But I was given dates. Like I was given like you can expect it by, and then I was given another date. Like you can expect it. Yeah. Like, oh no, we had some issues and we can expect it. And those have all like come and gone. And now we're like, we've seen it in a rap video. We see the Crafty Plus out there.
We do? What, the Mighty Plus is in a rap video?
Yeah, it was in the, didn't we talk about this last week or
I didn't see it though. Did you see? Can we pull it up?
It was posted on Reddit. Man, this thing is fucking clogged.
That's dope. I don't know. I've not been just like you. I've heard dates, but it's going back so long that I literally don't even like give a shit anymore. You know what I mean? It's almost like I don't even like whenever. You know what I mean?
Like Duke Nukem thing.
Yeah, it's like I'll believe it when I see it. Duke Nukem thing.
Like,
Oh, the movie or the game. The game, it took forever to come out. That's right. Because I played that game. I was literally going, what is he talking about? I know this game. That game was great. Love that.
I know this reference. I know this reference.
We're not leaving before I register this one. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, the good news is I don't know if it's good news, but I mean, I don't even have a date now. So it's like, just like you, I've heard dates for probably close to 18 months to 2 years, and it never works out, and I never know why. They keep they keep a tight lip over there, and they should. So, and if we knew something, they wouldn't want us to tell it anyhow. So, they God damn, I can't wait for it either. It's kind of like you don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure it out. I mean, they updated the volcano. Then they updated the Crafty, which is the same damn thing as the Mighty. I thought they'd do that shit at the same time. The only thing I can think of is, I don't know why this would matter, but the only difference between the Crafty and the Mighty was that the Mighty had the medical thing going on with the medic, and maybe that's got something to do with it, even though you and I don't want the medical version. You know what I mean? Like, that is the only difference between the two. I'm sure they're the same fucking upgrades, whatever they were. You know what I mean? Unless something doesn't apply. So, all I know is everybody keeps asking. Everybody should keep asking, and it feels like we should be close because I've been close to many of these things for 10 years now, and they always have delays. I know that. Like the first date's never hit. You can just guarantee the first date is never hit. Some of them get close, but when you get as far out as we are now with the Mighty, when you're talking well over a year, you start to think, okay, now it's really got to be soon. You know what I mean? So, if they said something serious back then it ought to be pretty soon. So. But
so when
there's nothing on my radar.
When the Crafty Plus came out, it was disappointing to a lot of enthusiasts and reviewers because it wasn't enough of an update, quite frankly. Like, it was still micro USB, it's still all the same shit, just literally some little improvements, and the improvements made a big difference. And don't get me wrong, and I even welcome those exact improvements to be the Mighty Plus. I would still welcome that. Like, I'm not going to say that I would be disappointed. I won't be disappointed though, because I still think there's room for more than just the Crafty Plus range of improvements to be applied to the Mighty for the Mighty Plus. Like USB-C, please. Like, give me an opportunity to charge this motherfucker in my car without a specialty charger. It's kind of standard now, like phones and all this stuff. USB-C is everywhere. What other things would you like to see, like, that go beyond the Crafty Plus improvements, for the potential Mighty Plus?
Well, I'll add a couple things too, and as well. So I imagine they'll make the outside look similar. You know what I mean? They're gonna look. They'll probably do the same thing to the outside on the Mighty Plus as they did the Crafty Plus, and thin out these little ridges. I'd be shocked if they didn't fix this rounded bottom problem. That now this is probably the most popular accessory on the planet right now, is this Mighty stand, because everybody with a Mighty wants their Mighty to stand up, and this thing does it. So if they got to fix that. That's probably the thing that I want the most, is I want it to do that the Crafty does. The big thing with the Crafty was battery life and reliability issues, and the reliability issues had to do with the plastic shell cracking, and they were both the same material. So I'd imagine whatever they did to the material to fix this is probably going to find its way into here. I don't know. I don't even know what it is, but I think they upgraded that somehow. And then there it is, Mighty Plus. What is that on?
This is Reddit, and this is from the the music video that the Mighty Plus was spotted in. So you can see that it has a little plus, and it has orange buttons instead of gray buttons. And it looks like it has like a stand or something built in, like.
Oh yeah, little feet down there to hold it up. Very cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good. Little feet. So if that's it, so we got little feet, obviously the logo, changing the buttons, mouthpiece looks the same. It looks like they changed the ridges to look like the Crafty Plus, like we said.
Yeah, which is cool. That's a cool change.
Nothing you can't tell there with the charging, but I'm with you. I would rather have USB-C. I'd like to heat up a little faster. I'd like even more battery life, because who doesn't? Yeah, they definitely changed the ridges into be like the Crafty Plus. The cooling unit does look the same.
It does.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They didn't change it with the Crafty. They'll change the logo on it, of course. Big deal. But other things that they either did or didn't do with the Crafty, I don't really have anything, man. The Crafty needed that third temperature, and that made it work for me. But the Mighty's already got everything on board. You know what I mean? Like with the Mighty, it's all already there. So look at me, man. I got my hair flannel face. I need a little makeup. Get makeup in here for a second. Yeah, shut up.
Don't do that. That was terrible.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. Sorry. I'm trying to think, what else would you do to it though, bro? I mean, the bowl's fine. It looks like the bowl's the same in that stuff, size wise, you know. So, what else would you do? You'd change the charging.
I mean, what else would I do?
I mean, they're not going to do removable batteries. They clearly didn't, or it doesn't look like they did. What do you think's a fair price for
it? For the Mighty or for the
Mighty Plus? The Mighty's $350. It came out at $400. Now it's $350. Mighty Plus is coming. When this came out, it was $330, right? And then it dropped to
$279.
$279, but there was some other jimmying around in there. But anyhow, okay.
I think it was $299 when it. I mean, the original Crafty was $330, but when the Crafty Plus hit, it was like $299, I think, and then it dropped to $279.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm lost on it right now.
I think they're $279 now, right? The Crafty Plus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what happened was they were $229. Then they dropped down to $299 for just a minute, and then when they finally got rid of the Crafty, this went down to $279. The Crafty was $229. Crafty was at $279, and this dropped down to $299. And then they got rid of the Crafty, and this came out at. See what I'm saying? It was a clusterfuck. But the Crafty's not around anymore. So, but what do you do when? I mean, how much is the Mighty Plus going to cost? So, what do you think? I mean, what do you think it's worth?
I don't want to see it cost more than the current Mighty, honestly. Like I think the Mighty is already riding its brand and its reputation a little too hard. Like I think the vape market has settled itself out. You know, years ago, brands like Boundless set the bar. Like they came out with like the CF and the CFX, and they forced other vaporizers just to either hit a mark at that price point or fucking fail.
Yeah,
and then the Fury clones did the same. The Fury clones came out and they raised it. They're like, oh, we can get this hybrid vapor for this price point. The Mighty is riding that luxury brand and that luxury experience on the 5-year reputation. So they haven't given us a whole lot of price breaks. We've seen the Tera come down from $220 to $200, and you know the Mighty is still sitting up there at $350, unless you can find a coupon, which we have a coupon, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine at the high end, we should expect that it could be as much as 400, because this one debuted at 400. I wouldn't expect it to stay there long. You know what I'm saying? But what, like it could come out at 400, And then if it drops, what happens to this? Does this become a vape that you keep or get rid of? I mean, this is one of the, best vapes of all time. You know what I mean? Like when a Riser came out with their shit, they kept it for a while. When Stores and Bickle, well, see, Stores and Bickle dropped the original Crafty because it had issues that real issues that they fixed that weren't present in the Mighty. You know what I mean? They needed to fix those problems with the battery life and the plastic. So maybe the reasons that they lost the Crafty don't apply to this. I don't know. We'll see if they run both or just one. We'll see if they. I think it'll come out somewhere between 350 and 400, depending on whether or not they intend to keep this. I don't know, man. That's interesting. Like, what would they have to do to the Mighty Plus to where it would make this one irrelevant?
To make it irrelevant, that's a tough one, because when people are asking me like, oh, do I buy the Mighty now? Like, I've saved up the money, but I don't want to buy it and then have the Mighty Plus come out like right after I buy it, because that would suck. And it's like, yeah, that does suck, but you still have arguably the second best vaporizer in existence. Like the Mighty doesn't get worse once the Mighty Plus comes out. It just there becomes something newer and better.
And based on that picture and the difference between this and the Crafty, I don't know, because they did make upgrades. They did tweak the Mighty during production. So this Mighty hits better than my original Mighty here ever did. I didn't know that until you kind of pointed that out to me. So Troy, if somebody bought the Mighty now and a Mighty Plus comes out not far from now, I don't think that person would be missing out on anything on the vapor side. Like, do you really think they're going to come out with a Mighty Plus that does something better with the vapor?
No, I don't. I mean, yes, in the terms that the Crafty Plus adds, like, I think that little tune or whatever they did to the heater will make the Mighty Plus hit even better and extract even faster. But I don't consider that to be like a huge bullet point. Like, it's so subtle. It's and I think it's also more expressive on larger hits. So like, I notice it because I take huge fucking hits. Like, I can feel like, oh shit, the Crafty has a stronger spine in the middle of its hit, or the Crafty Plus has the stronger spine in the middle of its hit compared to both the Mighty and the old Crafty. Those are just subtle nuances, but big impacts for people like me who want to experience the vape. The old Crafty was a fucking turd. Was a letdown. I despised it. It let me down so many times, man. I want to invite it to my funeral. I can be a pallbearer. Let me down one last time. the fucking original Crafty.
How would it let you down? I never had a complaint with the vape. I didn't use it a ton, but it always worked for me. What did it do wrong for you?
I'd get like one bowl out of it, and I'd pack a reload and be really needing the bowl and go to hit my Crafty, and it's fucking dead. Like, oh really?
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like one fucking fluke. It would know. It would know when I really needed a bowl, and like, no, sorry. This is one of those random times where it didn't charge, or you're only gonna get a half bowl before we die. It's just.
Vape gods are against you. That's funny.
Yeah.
I just cleaned this puppy out. My battery's dead now. And I'm pretty sure it was full when we started. So I've been vaping this all night, and it's gone.
I had mine plugged in, so mine's hard to judge.
Right on. I might have had one bowl into it, but it would have, I don't know. But anyhow, I still have my older one that's good for 4 or 5 sessions, but I'm gonna go back to the Crafty here for a minute and fuck with that Crafty Plus rather.
Nice.
So okay, so the point is to summarize that, because I think it's an important point, Troy, is if you buy the Mighty now and the Mighty Plus comes out down around the corner, you might be a little butthurt about whatever features we can come up with. But from a vapor standpoint, we think, without having ever hit it, that you're probably going to be just fine. Like, that's
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
not going to get much of an improvement.
it's the same principle as the Planet of the Vapes 1 or the Fury Edge or the Healthy Rips Rogue. It's like, if you haven't hit the Mighty, you're okay. You're not going to know the difference. And you
Right.
can love this vape and get so much enjoyment out of it and so much good vapor without ever seeing the experience gap. You know, it's like, have you ever driven a BMW? You go drive a BMW and then suddenly your Honda Civic feels like shit, and it's like, I'm missing all these like little polishes and little things. It's kind of like that. It's like I don't go drive I've never test driven a Maserati because I don't want to lust for that experience. I don't want to know the gap right now. I'm cool driving my Volkswagen. You know, I don't.
I can say it was a Saab that I spent a little bit of time in that definitely made me think, damn, there's a whole other level of shit out here. Like that put what I was driving to shame. When I was younger, I had some access to Volvos. Those were nice, but never had a BMW. Sounds nice though. So that might be the Mighty Plus. Then we'll see. Well, that's interesting, man. I'm stoked you showed that picture. That's pretty cool. The Mighty Plus there. We got to get one of them, man.
Send it up with one more Mighty on the bottom. I wanted to make one more Mighty Plus joke with the grinder, but I think it's been played out.
With the grinder?
Yeah, the liftoff joke. We've been joking about it for a year and a half now.
Right.
Remember the liftoff vape, like the vape with the grinder on top?
Yeah. I saw a link to it. I've never seen the vape. I don't think I ever saw that vape, right?
Yeah, I don't think I ever shipped. I got my money back. They refunded me.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Haven't heard from Grasshopper though.
Do they owe you something?
They owe me a Grasshopper IO, a green one.
Dude, I got mine.
I heard. Yeah, I remember.
I suggest you reach out to them now and say, since you have shipped it to me, I want a green one, and pick a different color because I'm disappointed in the green. It's the lightest olive I've ever seen. It's like it looks closer to stainless steel than green. Have you seen it? Hey, man, have you seen it?
Yeah, he showed me.
Call
Cheers,
them
man.
up. Send them an email and change the color of your vape so it's not this barely green that I got.
The Mighty Plus will have orange buttons. That's worth upgrading to.
For sure, man. They stand out. I wonder what the color of the power button is. That dude was covering up the power button.
That way, when you're deer hunting, you can add it to your total cumulative amount of blaze orange that you need to wear so you don't get shot by other hunters.
Wow. That would suck. The mighty, the chosen vape of deer hunters everywhere. Between the green buttons and the cloud of vapor, nobody will ever mistake you for a deer.
On second thought, Jerry, one really obvious change they could make to the Mighty or the Mighty Plus could just be a simple add-on grinder, just a grinder right on top, grind right into the bowl, and then vape through the grinder. I mean,
yeah,
ta-da.
They tried to do that with that little filling chamber thing. Not a true grind into it, but you know what I mean? They kind of did the long way about it. Now they don't even include that thing anymore, so I guess that wasn't much of a hit. I never used mine. Did you ever use that thing, that little loader? I actually have it here. I should use it. I keep using this big one instead.
When you have a big one, you like to use it, right?
Absolutely. That's how I play.
The loader is cool. I give them credit. It's a neat little gadget for being cheap plastic freebie add-on. It works well to put your weed in there and attach to your Mighty, and you pull the little thing out, and you can scoop a little bit in there and use the thing to tamp it down in the bowl.
Perfect tamp.
Right. It's a really nice little device. I never use it.
Yeah. Exactly.
My friend in Canada uses it.
Does he?
Yeah. And he vapes in his room. Like he vapes at his desk or whatever. And he'll grind his weed and put it in there and use it.
Does he use his stir tool reversed as a stand?
I don't think so. I think he has the same stand. The plastic stand. Puff It Up sells this stand, right? Like the basic black, or I'm sorry, Planet of the Vapes.
Planet of Vapes does, yeah. There's that one in the steel one. I recommend that over the steel.
Yeah. I wish I could find my glow in the dark one from Delta 3D Studios.
Oh, I found a bunch of water. Let me see if I think I found mine. Hang on. Yeah, man. I think I found my water pipe adapter from him for these things. I was all stoked. Let me see. Is that what I found? Yeah, the silicone that goes on and doesn't break your vape. I love it. It's perfect on the Crafty too, size-wise. See that?
Yeah.
Me likey. Thanks, Mikey. Let me put that on a vape.
Shout out Ratchet.
Yeah, Ratchet. Delta 3D Studios.
Yeah. The Choo Choo Charlie's shouting out the orange thing. It doesn't make a very good stand. It's like,
oh, I don't think it works good at all.
yeah, it's a temporary solution at best. Like if you absolutely ungodly need it to stand up and you're just doing something real quick or whatever. But yeah. Shout out Simrel. We got the Simrel Globe in action with the Crafty. Simrel is a proud sponsor of the Troy and Jerry Think Tank.
Thank you very much, Simrel. This thing is dope, too.
Jerry's internet is donkey dick.
Is it fucking up again?
Oh, it's been fucked.
God damn it. Well, I got my recordings for the replays, but my apologies, everybody, for this tonight. We'll fix this shit. It'll be fixed before next week.
Good.
I think I got it set for Wednesday. Early in the morning, too, man. Way too early for me, but I was like, I don't want it on Thursday. I want it on Wednesday. Because they would have come out Thursday, but I'm like, you're going to be here just before I have to stream and screw everything up. So.
Damn it, Mike. For real. Let's about to end this fucking stream.
Oh, that's funny. What's he doing? Gotta get in a Wawa.
He's gotta run a Wawa.
Is he driving around and he ran into Wawa right now?
Yeah. Sorry, Mike.
So we're talking like a 5-minute move here.
It sounds like more like a 15-minute trip to Wawa. Realistically.
Charlie said to drop this thing in here.
Yeah, let's see that.
All right. Let me I gotta pack it. Let's pack it now.
You don't need to pack that. You don't need to show the hopper, do you?
I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay.
Is that all? I can't hit it. Yeah, this is right. I just got to put some weed in it. Oh, there's weed in it already. Let's just go to town.
Hey, surprise!
What happened?
What happened? What?
I don't know. But let's turn this one off and this one on. There's some weed in here. It's probably this is probably the last hit on the bowl. That's what it'll look like. What's white mean anyhow? Is white lights good on this thing?
White lights. I don't know. I ordered mine 14 months ago and it hasn't arrived yet, Jerry.
It seems to be fucking cooking, like it never turned off. Like that was a long ass time to be on. That's pretty fucking classy looking on the Simrel cage right there, man. If you took off all my wires, you know what I mean, and kept it classy. I don't keep it classy, man. I gotta have my function first, man. So, any woozy woozy. Troy, how you doing there, brother?
I'm worried, man.
What you worried about, man?
I'm worried that the microphone is going to pick up my stomach growling.
I hope so. That would be fun. Should I be quiet so we can listen? Should I?
I'm running a noise gate and stuff, so I think it'll pick it up and filter it out.
All right. I'm not. I just burped, I think. Hey, chill, Mike. You back yet? Let us know when you're back, man. Oh, I probably should have used this front end. I have the old front end from the, whatever this fucking thing is called. I probably should use that. Right?
Remember that time I asked Elias that question about fighting the geese?
What?
You want to show that clip? We'll show this while Mike is gone.
Oh, please. Yeah, we got a cool clip of Elias here we forgot about, man. Put that shit in. You guys, I can't wait till you see the interview, too. We had a good time with him.
You're familiar with the Canadian goose?
For sure.
It's
our
goose.
National anthem. Or national, beaver is, I think, technically. Or the moose.
Yeah. Damn straight. Anyway, would you rather fight 150 geese or one 150-foot goose?
Oof.
And this dude's a fighter, so it actually means something what he says.
I'd probably take on the smaller animals for sure.
No shit.
150 pound? Wait, no, 150 pound.
150 foot.
Big.
150 foot
50
goose.
foot. Oh no, that would just be able to squish me. No. No way. I would definitely take on the 150 geese.
Would you rather have 100? There are 150 of them though, and they're all pissed and they're all trying to fucking kill you.
I got the cardio. I can break some necks real quick.
Have you ever been attacked by a goose?
Yeah, it is a daily occurrence out here.
Okay.
I know my geese. Give me the 150 now. I'll take the 150 now.
You don't start with any weapons, but I think I've thought about
right here. Law and order right here.
Well, I was thinking. I mean, I'm not a professional fighter, but I would think like if you grab the first two by the neck, you now have two geese weapons. Like you have goose chucks. You can.
Yes. Their necks will go real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not
I
a
just
good
start
weapon.
kicking. Yeah. I just start kicking, stomping, just jumping up and down. You just start squishing them.
You ain't doing that with
It's
the
not real
150
more.
footer, though.
No, I can't. No, you can't. You ain't grabbing.
How would you go
nothing.
after the 150 footer, man? You just right underneath it and go for the hunger there, right between
I think
the
you would. It would probably try to peck you, and you would have to like dodge and like grab its neck.
You can't get around.
Oh, you're
the neck.
doing the whole. He's doing it like he's Mario. He's got a whole Mario thing going in there, where they're like moves and tactics, and then I can do this and gotta jump. Then I gotta triple jump on your head.
Yeah. Then
He's a professional fighter, though. He's Superman He Superman punch people off the curb. Rip off your shirt. Come at me, you motherfucking goose.
This is boot to face. He can do anything. What are you talking about, man? We got this covered.
Okay, so 150 geese.
Okay, so he's taking 150 of them. All right, good enough.
What about you, Jerry? Let's say you're not a fucking professional, and I already heard your story of your first fight. So let's knock yours down. Would you rather fight a 100-foot goose? Let's go with the ducks. Would you rather fight a 100-foot duck or 100 ducks? And these ducks are fucking pissed. You're too close to their nest. They're fight or flight. They're ready to fuck you up. Like they're trained ducks. They went through the duck military. They know duck kundo.
Well, so basically, I ain't got a chance with either one of them. Doesn't matter. I'm fucking done. It's basically what it comes down to.
You don't think you could fight some ducks?
I'll take the 100-foot duck. I know damn well that the 100 ducks will ruin me.
If 100 foot, that's on a football field. That's from the goal line to the 30-yard goal line. That's one. That's how big this duck is. That's how long, head to tail, like standing. So,
I'm just hauling ass is what I'm doing. It's pretty much just hauling ass. Well, hauling ass and hiding. Trying to get as far away as I can, so that when he comes down to peck me, I can see it coming and get out of the fucking way and run off to my next hiding place, because I don't have the cardio to run forever. I mean, either way, I'm done. But 100 ducks that are really pissed, they're going to overwhelm me real quickly. I'll get 2 and I'm out, and then I'm done. Because then I can't stop them from pecking my face and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, you have to be running. Like you'd have to run. Yeah, run a flying duck. Like ducks. Well, I mean, ducks don't really fly agile. Like
no, but they can cover ground quickly enough to where you're not going to run away from them. You know what I mean? Like you're right. They're not going to aim, and I don't know. Maybe they can, but they're kind of fast in the air. You know what I mean?
They are fast in the air. Like when they're flying over, and yeah, that's true.
Oh, fuck either way, Troy. That's where do I want to go?
Honestly,
one big squish or a billion little pecks.
Even the 150 goose thing, like with Elias, like I think a fucking goose would fuck somebody up. Like if there's more than one and they were all doing the thing that they do when they're pissed, man, even fighting like 5 would be fucked up. Like, would you rather fight a 5-foot goose or 5 geese? That's a more realistic question.
Yeah. Either way, you know me, man. I'd still take the big one, because when I'm done, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be one big. Whereas with those little fuckers, it's gonna be long little ouch, 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 you know, over and over and over again.
Yeah,
till I'm done.
You're hilarious. You're taking the easy way out. That's funny.
Well, I'm taking the logical way out. I know myself, man. I know what's coming, and I ain't gonna, you know.
Can I sesh with the duck first? Can we get high?
There you go. Now that would be my tactic, really. Be like, how much weed do I have?
Which vape would be most ideal for a 10-foot duck?
Or which vapes would you need to sesh? You know, if you're going after 150 little ducks, that's 150 vapes or bags.
The volcano.
But if you just get one big ass duck, you only need one vape. It has to be one like with lots of balls.
Gotta have balls.
Gotta have balls in that.
Yeah. Shit. You're right. Yeah, I think I'd still go volcano. Like, just it'd be so easy just to like have the bag and be like, you know how like they make foie gras, like they feed those geese with like the
Yes.
funnel where they just drop all the food. They come over with the funnel and the goose is like, ah! You know, do that with the volcano bags, squeeze it in their mouth.
Dude, you just put the gas mask on the duck and call it a day, dude.
That'll get us in trouble. That'll get fucking PETA here or something. You know, we gotta be
But
safe.
we can do that other thing.
I think so. We'll find the line. We got to get them to enjoy the vapor. They need to enjoy the experience and want to self-medicate.
Does PETA have any jurisdiction on a Godzilla-sized duck when it shows up?
Oh, it's so okay. So if we go with the 10-foot duck, okay, I see where we're going.
Well, the 10-foot's not Godzilla size. That's probably something you could get in trouble for fucking with. The
Imagine the
100-foot duck
meat.
shows up.
How many people could we feed with 10-foot ducks?
You're the barbecue. I don't know, man. You tell me. Have you ever barbecued?
I made duck a few times, and
did it portion well?
No, not particularly.
Well, fuck that. But 10-foot duck that's a lot of portions.
That's a big jam. I can't even imagine how that would scale. Like the duck breast would be so difficult to cook under traditional.
You would cut it into pieces. You would just have little cutlets, a bunch of cutlets, the size of normal duck breasts. But instead, they're just 1/50th.
Duck breast is cooked like medium rare, and it has a thick layer of fat that's like rendered. So you have to like render the fat and then render it without overcooking the breast. It's a like I'm worried that a giant duck, the breast would be so thick that you wouldn't be able to cook it in a way where the portions would be cooked evenly in a way where you'd want to actually consume them.
Even if you're a monster-sized smoker. Like if you could scale all of your cooking equipment, would that work?
I don't think so. I don't know though. That's a good question. I don't think it would. I mean, it depends on how the duck breast would scale, like because animals don't just scale that way. That's why we have dinosaurs. That's why dinosaurs have different structures and stuff. They're not directly translatable anatomies. But I would like to see a giant duck and explore how much food we could cook or how much people we could feed with that. Imagine in a world where the ethics and morals and stuff didn't get in the way, and there was like just a contraption that could just make a fucking giant duck like that, or and people get in the way with their
just
ideals and their values.
Can we have it already prepped and everything too when it just shows up?
Yeah, like Flintstone style of meat at the meat market.
Yeah, give me that.
Lab grown giant duck breasts.
Yes, exactly. I want that. That I would feel fine about.
Right, I would too.
Okay.
I mean, there's been so much stigma, like that's been like everyone rejects it and hates it, and early stuff is probably gross as fuck. But if they can grow it and it's the same and no animals are harmed, why not?
What if we find out it's not really good for you anyhow? Like that'd be a whole different subject, but it's like, then why bother growing it? You know what I mean?
I struggle with that to find out thing because there's so many narratives and so many different types of people out there and so many different sets of data. Like that's a really tough boundary. It's a tough.
Well, like
pool to
the
swim in.
WHO came out a little while ago and said that red meat is a carcinogen. I think they said it was red meat
Who?
or something. Yeah, the World Health Organization, the one that's we all know just speaks the truth all the time. But what if they extend that to other meats as well? Then does that? What's the point? Anyhow, we're way off topic, man. We were talking mighties a minute ago. Now we're talking about giant ducks and
Oh yeah.
whatever the fuck I got into.
Speaking of giant ducks, I need to go eat. I am starving. Mighty Ducks.
Right on, man. I'm not starving. I ate a lot, but
Well,
I'm tired. I'll tell you that
I will
much.
see you next Friday, Jerry. I think we covered the Mighty really well.
Yeah. It only took us 2 weeks too. That was pretty good. I'm pretty stoked about that.
And next week, we're actually coming back for a third round of Mighty topics. Kind of.
That's right, man.
Not exactly, but next week we're going to take the Mighty and exchange it for the dollars you would spend on a Mighty and go over all of the other things you could buy in the vape space instead of a Mighty. So we talked a little bit about having the Mighty and the Dynavap as like a really good combo. Next week, we're going to go over all of the combos of vaporizers, like instead of the Mighty. Next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Make sure you're subscribed, like, comment, subscribe.
And we're gonna give away a breaker grinder. So, and then next week, get on Instagram and do that shit, man.
And we're giving away a brilliant grinder
next week. We got one more week to register for that. So, same thing, man. Email on the site and what we said. Go for it. Woo-woo. It's beautiful.
Woo-woo. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Cut the stream, Jamie.